You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation Collector's Den. Come on, won't you sing with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, what we got for spares. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and need, gonna live the dream. Gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing the song to the break of dawn. Gonna rock this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready for one more chance. You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation Collector's Den. Come on, won't you sing with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Yo,
What is going on?
Welcome to the PlayStation Collectors Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 32. And tonight we welcome back Kevin to the show. What's up, Kevin?
yo,
Yo.
then, we all right?
What's up, Kev?
Yeah, good.
And
Looking
you've got
good,
some
man.
belts set up behind you finally. Let's go.
Yeah, finally, it's nice to have it all out on show, and I
Dude.
can actually see what I've got and what I haven't got, and all my lists are all back up to date, and
Oh.
Apart from I've got an app on my phone that tracks all my games and that, but it's something's happened to it, it's defaulted or it's errored out or something, so I've lost everything, so I've got to restart with a different app, and I'm like, man, do I really want to go through all that again?
That's only-
It's all like a scan.
it's probably only like 60, 70 hours of work. No biggie. Well, dude, it must feel nice to get that collection on display. That is
Yeah,
impressive.
no, it
So
is real good.
having that boxed up is that's a like literally travesty.
So I think around 40 to 50 boxes, big size boxes. Yeah, it's quite a few.
I'm pretty sure last time you came on, that's what it was. It was sitting in all the boxes. And you
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't think I did a post about showing it off. I can't remember. It's been a while.
You made one where you had like half of it set up, I think. You were like getting
Yeah.
it set up, but I don't think you've shown one since it's like set. I definitely haven't seen it with all the action figures and all the collector's editions up top and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's badass, man.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of crap here. Honestly, if I turn the screen around, I've got 50-inch TVs, Xboxes, the works. I've got the two boys in there with me today. So
Nice.
they're playing and dancing on Fortnite. So.
Yeah, isn't that the best? All these games, what are they playing? Fortnite.
Yeah.
That's
And
fair,
they're like,
man.
yeah, it's the new season. Oh, bro, we got the original map. I'm like, oh, yeah, so you're going back in time. But it's
You know,
supposed to be updating the game, not be updating it. Oh. Nah.
Have you been buying much lately, Kev?
I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, getting ready for Rebirth to come out.
Yeah, nice.
In typical Kev fashion, I get right to the end, get to the last boss, and then someone distracts me, and I never finish the game. And then I go back to it a couple of months later, I can't remember the buttons, and then I'm like,
Oh my
yeah.
god. Dude, that's exactly what I just did with Dead Space. I literally like got all the way to the end and it was like a little difficult. So I'm like, oh man, I need a break. And,
Yeah.
like two months go by and I'm like, all right, time to finish this. And I'm at the end of the game. It's like super hard. I don't remember how to play on another button. So I'm just like, oh dude, it took me so long.
I've unintentionally done that with Starfield. I played through that much of the game. I put like 120 hours in that. I've just stopped playing it, and I haven't finished the main story because I was doing everything else first. And I realized, hang on, I didn't finish the game, and I kind of don't want to return to it now. So it's a weird feeling.
The other game I was playing was Sea of Stars. You heard of that one?
Oh,
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's like an old school pixel RPG, 2.5 RPG. Yeah, it's really nice graphics, really decent gameplay. Yeah, really good game.
Nice.
Very nice story.
it's got insanely good reviews. And it's like,
Yeah.
Oh, is this the Star Ocean remake you're talking about?
No, it's
Sea of Stars it's called.
That's it.
It's basically like its own RPG, but I think they copied the Chrono Trigger combat system.
Yeah, that's it. It's very, very similar
which
to
is
Chrono Trigger.
awesome. Which is like one of the better ones. So
if you're gonna copy one, you copy them.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the best one. It's not the worst. I'll have to check that out. That sounds good.
Yeah, it's got
really.
it's got a Japanese release so far, and it is getting a Western release. So I've just been patient.
I'm pretty sure it's on the PlayStation Game Store actually.
Oh yeah, no, you can get it digitally. But...
Yes, and I was playing it on my Steam Deck.
Okay.
Nice. You know, it's like that. If you hear a physical copy's coming out, you want to own it. Speaking of, did you guys hear that they're doing an English Chinese version of Baldur's Gate 3 for PS5?
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, I really want to play that game, and there's no physical copies of it, but now there is one in the.
Is there a Japanese one too, or is it just that one?
I'm not sure. I've only seen that one, so I could.
Okay, I know there's one on PlayAsia. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one on PlayAsia. So. But it's like competing for Game of the Year, and there's no physical copy. How weird is that?
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm gonna wait on that. I think it might come out in the West. I just gonna wait. So, there's a lot of games that I feel like I just eventually will come out in the West. But I don't know. Could be wrong. You said it would blow my mind if it doesn't. That would just be crazy to me.
Yeah, or a Game of the Year edition or something, and even a greatest hits version, because I'm sure it sold the requirements to make
that would be kind of amazing if it had like no regular release, but it sold so well digitally. They had a greatest hits copy. That was the only copy. That would be funny. I'd kind of be.
That's already his finest. But
we'll get a limited edition one and no vanilla.
Oh my god, I've just seen the future, and it's what Figsy said. No games come out physically. We only get greatest hits copies. Oh my no! They all have giant labels.
Everyone's worst nightmare.
Oh man, that would be the most epic like FU to us ever. Like, oh yeah, we'll still make them physically. We're all like, jerks.
1 million copies digitally.
Yeah.
I could see that too. We have like campaigns. We gotta buy 100,000 more copies to get the physical made, dudes. Come on, buy 10 copies. It's on sale.
Yeah, I bought 10 copies so we can get a physical.
Yeah, bro.
Dedication. Oh god, don't give anyone ideas, Joe.
I'm saying the digital future is hell. It's a hellscape. I'm afraid. Yeah. I'm not down.
Well, speaking of the digital future, I've got something to bring up. This isn't video game related, but it's digital media related. So here are some figures of physical movies on different streaming platforms. You look at Apple TV, they have 65 movies. Like the highest is Prime Video with 10,000. There's 317,000 movies available on DVD. Like,
wow.
It's not even 5% of the market.
Yeah,
like,
but I'd say half of those are Tyler Perry movies. I'm just kidding. I don't know. There's a lot of bad DVDs though.
Unless it's AAA, you're not going to be aware of it. So there's going to be so many underground indie movies, video games, etc. in the future that people just never touch because they're not. They couldn't afford the license, so they're not on the streaming site this month, and we pulled it down and different things like that. It's going to be a money world. And, I was talking to someone the other day, and it was about Starfield actually, about the quality of the dialogue, and I brought up the fact that it might actually have had some AI generated content in it because it seems very like just weird conversations. So I was chatting to them, and I'm like, are we going to see AI generated video game content in the future? Because if it does take time to develop it, they'll be like, oh, we'll just develop 100,000 lines of dialogue in 5 seconds. Of course, they're going to choose that option, then pay, all these different writing actors, and what we're going to get isn't authentic anymore. It's sad.
Well, they're already doing it with South Park. They're making AI generated South Park episodes.
Yeah, I think they already did one. That was completely written by AI. Yeah, they already did.
Yeah, and they just choose which characters. Yeah, they literally just choose which characters, and they all just depending on which characters they've chosen, they make an episode involving each of them, depending on their relationship with each other as well. So, if you think they can do that already now with that sort with I don't know basic, I don't know what you call it, animation, you know what I mean? It's not going to be long before they're doing it in games.
Yeah, and it's going to kill artists. You know, people that have spent their lives designing video games and have visions of great games and great ideas. We're not going to see this, and we won't see innovation because of it.
Or it's just going to load games full of filler.
Well, what
NPC dialogue filler.
AAA studios will abuse the hell out of it to reduce the cost of their insanely expensive games, but it won't affect small indie teams with like 5-10 people. They're not going to use it as much, I would think, but maybe they will. But it could be a benefit. What if you are one person making a game and you can make a giant open world game with all of this dialogue? It could be a huge benefit in a way. So I think AI will be a good thing, to be honest with you, because I think it'll allow creative people like a way to express themselves quickly and fastly without having to go through all the gatekeepers. That makes sense. Like if I can make my own animated show and just put it out on YouTube, I don't have to like pitch it to a TV or anything. I can just make it in 20 minutes. The AI will just go, "Here you go, animate it for me." That's sick, dude.
On YouTube right now, there's a big problem with shorts. That there's hundreds of tens of millions of shorts that are all just made by AI, and you can make 50 shorts in 5 minutes, and they're all going to catch on and get views. So people don't realize that they're watching videos that aren't made by people. They're just made by AI, and they're not human voices. They're AI voices you're watching, and it's just redone content. And I specifically, if I turn a video on and I can tell that it's not a human voice, I don't care how good the content is. I switch off it because I don't want to listen to some robot. You know.
That's true. Also, I think everything you see on the internet is most of it's staged, completely.
Oh yeah, always.
So, that's just like 99% of the time. I'm like, and why is someone filming this? You know what I mean? If you just ask yourself that one question, why is there a camera going right now? You'll realize all of it's BS. Like it doesn't make any, it's so BS. It's all staged. Like half of the Karen videos, I swear they're just fake.
Yeah.
Just fake. They're just like, come over and freak out on this video and act like a lunatic. I'll film you and we'll get like 1 million views. And you know,
I'll give you $60.
Just say something ridiculous. Yeah, people just eat it up, and it's just, you know, it's so dumb. Like I don't know. Social media, they've like proven that if you interact with it, it just like makes you depressed and lowers your self-esteem and gives you anxiety. 100% true, because it's your mind can tell that it's being assaulted. With your subconscious is like, the hell is this place? Get out of here. This is all wrong. It's not. I don't know. It's not good.
Yeah, you're right though. I do a thing where I don't have notifications on for anything like Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. I don't want Facebook to tell me to click on the app and different things like that. And by constantly doing that, and then you're scrolling afterwards, and then you're seeing something that might trigger you or make you feel angry or make you feel sad. You know, that's social media controlling your emotions, and then that goes into real life. And it's crazy what they control these days, these companies. And it's like 3 or 4 companies that control everything.
Yep.
This is the lie they sell you to. They say that it's for you to connect to other people, but it's really so for them to connect to you. Yeah, that's what it is. You are not. They don't allow you to see your friends' posts. They don't even show you, dude. I have all sorts of friends. I don't see anything they post. All I see is Karen videos and Waffle House fights, and it's all just the nonsense. It's all just not. I don't sub to any of it. I don't follow any of it. And celebrities crap, nonstop. Hot looking women, which all right, I'm all right with that. I'm cool with the women showing up. They are pretty hot, so that's my fault. But you linger. If you linger, you get more.
Yeah.
One thing you're gonna get.
Watch anything.
If you start talking about something, we could bring up a topic right now, and we're gonna cop that topic for the next week. You know.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, dude. I watched one like poker hand, and now I'm like just been watching nothing but poker for like 2 months. World Series of Poker. I'm like, I do like this. Damn you, Facebook. But it's like that's my point. Like you're not socially interacting with anyone. I don't even know anyone who uses Facebook nobody even posts. No one does. Like it's dead, dude. It's like dead. And if you go on people's pages, their photos are from Their
someone's
photos
had a
of like 8
baby.
years ago.
There's a wedding, and that's about it. If someone's like passed away or something, but that's the only time people use Facebook.
Yeah,
Big
Instagram's
milestones or birthdays.
I see Instagram going a lot. People post there and stuff. I don't know. I just think it's like dead.
It's not for me. I literally only use Facebook to talk to you guys.
Same here.
Literally, it's for my PlayStation collectors.
Yep.
And that's it. I very rarely use it for my work. Obviously, I'm tattoo artist, so I mean, I should be posting daily, and it's just Facebook. Like you say, it's dead. No one uses it. It's just crap where people are watching it. No one's liking or interacting with any posts anyway. They're just scrolling past. Oh yeah, that's good. You're better off with something like Instagram or like the shorts where you can see that it has been viewed. You can count like how many views you got. It counts for more than your likes, definitely, and your comments. Like, they don't mean nothing. People watching is the numbers watching is what you need. Is what counts for anything. So if you
like subs or anything. I was chatting to someone on Twitch about it the other day, and you can have 10,000 followers, but if you go live and you've got 3 people watching, the 10,000 followers doesn't mean anything.
No, it means literally nothing.
100 followers and you're averaging 20 viewers. That's awesome.
you know what I mean? That's real good.
Yeah. I'm enjoying X at the moment. That since Elon Musk has taken over, there's obviously been a lot of controversy, but it seems like a free speech platform, and you see both sides of the argument. I enjoy seeing that.
You mean you can be racist without being cut down for it?
Finally.
Yeah, well, you see all sides of political events, and I like to judge my media on research. If I see a story, I won't believe that. I'll go and look at both sides and make my own decision. Like that.
One thing about X, though, I 100% think is true is I've noticed that all my posts that contain a link to something else get way less interaction than just an original post with no link. So anything that you post on there that links to YouTube or links to something else, I get like 20 interactions. If I'm just like, I got a game, 500 views. What the hell?
That's the same as Facebook. Like we used to post links for the show on Facebook and they get 0 likes, and then you post a photo of a couple of PS3 games and get 100 likes. Obviously, Facebook aren't showing the same amount of people the two things because the correlation would be similar. They're like, they've just advertised another platform. Let's shadow ban the post.
And that's what I mean about like they advertise it as a way for you to connect to people, but it's bull. They control everything that happens, and like literally, if you want people to see your stuff, you have to pay them. To pay them. And like I remember I was in a band a long time ago, and like we were very successful on the internet during MySpace and early Facebook because we would just be social, interact with people, send people, go on bands' pages, post our music, talk to people, blah blah blah. Now and then all of a sudden it was just like locked down. Your spam account. We're like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? I'm just like, I'm a spam because I'm sending my music to this other black metal singer. Like, who the hell else am I gonna send it to, dude? Like, come on, man. What are you talking about? And so then it just like it killed it, dude. Oh man, that was the good.
You're actually spot on. Like in the early days, I don't know if you've ever heard the story about Dan Cook. Dan Cook became the biggest comedian in the world in the early 2000s because what he did was he went on MySpace and he looked up comedy and he replied to every single post.
Yeah,
he replied to all those people. Like he reckons he did like millions of people he replied to, and he uploaded all these skits on LimeWire and stuff for free. Put all his content out there, and by the end of the 2010s, every single person in the world knew who Dan Cook was. He was getting movie contracts, and he wasn't the best comedian out there. He was stealing jokes, and there was so many better comedians. But he put all his stuff out there. He done it before other people did, and guess what? Everyone knows who he is. I'm sure you guys all listened to Dan Cook 10, 15 years ago.
I did. I don't know why, but I did. I was a fan at first.
The ice cream man. And, yeah.
Adam Sandler's still the GOAT. He's still the best. I still dude, his old comedy albums are amazing. I'm not talking about his movies, but if you listen to like What the Hell Happened to Me, if you ever listen to that, I guarantee you'll piss your pants. Like it is ridiculous. It's not culturally appropriate for today's sensitivities. Let's put it that way. But if you're like, if you have a sense of humor and you're not offended by things, it is insane. Like literally insane.
TJ saying I got a post on Facebook reported for being false information and unfactual. There was a literal post about me doing something with my truck. Or like some Karen going, that didn't happen, and they're like,
your wife. No, you weren't working on the truck. You were out playing golf with the boys.
oh god.
Fact check.
Just asking TJ, was that the post of the giraffe? Because I wanted to I'll post that on here if it was. It was funny.
Anyway, you guys want to talk about some video games?
Yeah.
What the hell? What podcast are we on?
We talk about everything on this podcast.
We do. Yeah. You know, it's all about life lessons here. You know, we encompass everything. But what have you guys been playing? What have you been playing?
I'm just really playing GeoGuessr. I'm grinding hard in the game.
I thought you got Liza P.
Yeah, I put in like 5 or 6 hours, but I play like 6 hours of GeoGuessr a day.
Kids addicted.
I'm currently learning my states of India and my different languages of India, and I'm trying to master that country. It's one of the harder ones.
I mean, I wouldn't do well. I don't know about Kev. Yeah,
No.
That game makes me feel dumb. I don't like games that make me feel dumb.
It's the only game that I can play that I don't feel bad playing for 10 hours a day because I feel like I'm studying. It's GeoGuessr. So what it is it's a browser, basically. It's a browser app that puts you in Google Maps, puts you in a random location, and you got to guess where you are.
All right, yeah, I think I've seen the kids playing. They were on there one time. Yeah, nice. You're on it. Oh, yeah. Apparently, my lad plays. Yeah, no, I've done.
I've been playing it for 4 months, like 6 hours every day, and I'm getting there. I wouldn't say I'm good yet, but I'm getting there.
Sorry, just mute me. I got a phone call.
That's all
Yeah,
good.
no,
Yeah, I used to like a game very similar to that. It was called Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Play that bad boy. That game was amazing, dude. I used to love that show, dude. Freaking not even joking. The acapella group, they were called Rockapella because they rock. They came to my school and performed, and I got to see them
That's
in
cool.
like the 8th grade. The doo-wop, doo-wop, doo-wop. Make you make around the world.
That game was educational, right? I remember playing that game at school, and it was
a geography game. Yeah.
Yeah. It was part of reward to doing things in geography, and I was obviously, geography was my favorite subject, so I got to play heaps of Carmen Sandiego.
It was fun, dude. I loved that game, man. They had a TV show, and I watched it all the time, dude. It was really good. Good stuff.
Yeah. This photo that I was talking about of TJ's truck with the giraffe. It's worth showing.
Is it a factual photo or is it like a?
It is a factual photo.
Are we gonna get flagged?
We might.
I mean, what else is new?
Lady posted this on Facebook with the giraffe in the truck, and it was TJ driving it from Sydney to Brisbane. Little giraffe's got its head out the top. How cool!
That's pretty cute. It should have like a little hamster water bottle next to it or something.
Like but that's really cool.
If I was driving in traffic and a giraffe popped its head out and looked at me, I would be quite amused. I would make my day. I'd be like, oh, look at this. Dude, I get excited every time I see a dog in a car. Anybody else? And I just see a puppy.
There's a thing in the Geo community that every time you see a dog, you go to type dog up in the chat and everyone gets excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's we're simple creatures. But yeah, I love dogs. So.
I seen a video today, obviously talking about videos that, we're getting brainwashed. There's these people in a car and they're filming the back of a truck, and there's a dude hanging on the back of a truck. And as they're getting closer and closer to the truck, they realize it's just painted on. This guy's having a beer sitting on the back of the truck, but it's just a photo of him.
That's funny. I like.
Sorry, man.
Have you seen the post of the plumber who like painted it so it looks like he's sitting on a toilet while he's driving?
Yeah,
on the
that
cover.
one's
I like that one too. He wears like the same color shirt, so it matches and stuff.
it's creative, but just makes probably his work shirt or something.
Yeah, my septic guy has like a funny like painting on his truck too. It's like a wife like scolding her husband or something like that. Like, don't let her, get it done before she lets you know or something or whatever. I can't remember what it is. It's really funny.
That's gold.
Yeah, that's true though. You don't want to mess.
Have you been buying much for the collection these days?
What's that, sorry?
Have you been buying much for the collection these days?
I've done a few deals with Anton from France. He managed to track me a load of cover variations down. Same as Christian, I'm still waiting on a parcel from him. I've literally just sent a parcel to Tristan this morning. And then I'm working with Sylvan to get a lot of my other stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it must be tough to find.
The fucking my boys have just put this up on the telly. They're streaming this on the telly.
Oh, this. Well, now you gotta get some echo.
Whoa, hey, what's up, boys?
That's funny.
Shirts, man.
So, man, it must be hard for you to even find games at this point. Like all you need is variants. That's got to be tough. It's just like everything
the
you need is hard to find.
is you might.
This is probably my latest look.
Oh my goodness!
Feel free to go through them. There'll be some bangers in there for sure.
Yeah, so it's mainly stuff like this. Okay, this is like the French cover of. It's a bit bright.
Oh, that's nice.
So this is the French version of Grand Slam tennis.
They're on the French court too. That's really cool.
Yeah. There's stuff like that from France. And then stuff like this, different covers of this. See, these two tend to stay the same, but this character changes depending on which country you're in.
Makes sense. Is that Maria Sharapova?
I don't do tennis, so I'm not too sure.
That's the hop blonde lady, right?
Yeah, she was the one that made all the noises.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, that's
she's
the one I remember.
Very talented.
I watched all her games.
I like two sports. I like women's tennis and women's volleyball. Those are my two women's sports. Huge fan.
Some other stuff I'm collecting. There's stuff like this. So you see you got the 46, 14, and 26.
Yeah.
And then it's the same here. The 14, the same bikes basically.
That's cool.
I didn't realize the motorcycle pack had variants. That's crazy.
Yeah. So there's 6 different versions of this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So there's 6 different of this, and then there's the correlating 6 different versions of this as well.
Jeez. And that's not cheap. That pack. It's like a.
No, it's quite expensive. Yeah. And then it's the same with this one. So MotoGP 14, there's different characters, the different bikes here.
You're lucky you don't have bought Australia and New Zealand ones. We didn't get them.
So, I mean, these are the only 2 I've got to show at the minute.
35, 93, yeah. All the other
Different helmets.
It just goes on and on and on. I think there's 6 of them as well.
Now you got to wonder, like, do you think they made a conscious decision to release all the variants, or do you think they just didn't care, or why do you think they ended up with 5, 6 different covers?
In different European countries, you can't sell, say, the Spanish rider to the French audience.
Oh, I see.
They've got the French rider, or you can't sell it to the Italian audience because they want Rossi on the cover.
So you're saying these pictures and numbers mean something in Europe? Because I don't know.
So again, there's another one. Just the numbers on the bikes.
Yep. And it's a different rider too. That's cool.
Yeah. So I think there's like 5 or 6 of them as well. Yeah. Just with different numbers on. This is the other one. This is the one I came across recently.
That's the Dutch. Oh, hang on. What country is that from?
Exactly.
Le
Yeah.
bataille des sexes.
So this
That
is the
almost has
Belgian.
the title in English.
So this is the Belgian version. Yeah.
Oh, Belgium, of course. You know what you should look into, Kev? Luxembourg. They might have a cover.
I have actually been to Luxembourg.
Really?
Yes, sir. I spent the night in Luxembourg once. I went through there and like got stuck. Basically, like I couldn't get another train out of there, so we were forced to stay there. And it was weird.
That's another country you can knock off the list.
So these are the same game, just with different cover. This
So that's
is
the
in
Italian,
French.
the Belgium.
So they're both in French, but obviously one's from France and one's from Belgium. But and you have these three as well.
Oh my goodness.
Spanish, Italian, Dutch. Yep.
So can't pop it to him. Yeah, so German, Italian, and French. But
No,
then
I
there's-
think those have actual different questions and stuff too, right?
Yeah,
Based on
that's
each
right.
reason. They have
and
different
then
content.
then there's the Dutch and the Belgian.
Just three J's.
It's good, yeah. But the funny thing about all of them are in English on the disc.
No.
So the writing here is English on all of them. There's no, but there
Oh,
isn't
God.
an English release with an English cover. But all the discs are in English.
So you could mix them up potentially? Like you wouldn't know which
Potentially,
disc is
yeah, so-
which?
Yeah, so
Company,
I don't
I mean,
know.
company would have just been like, which disc goes in which case? We can't
Exactly, yeah.
tell. They're probably the
Yeah.
same on all of them, really.
Yeah. So then a few other things I've been picking up. This one, a lot of people don't know about. There's two different versions of this, one with his hood on and one without the hood on.
That's cool.
So it's just a random
Yeah, but I
one.
thought there was a version with another fighter, too.
No, you're thinking of UFC, I think it is.
No, hang on. I'll be right back. I think I've got it.
I hope so.
Yeah, who knows? Taking all the figures too, man.
So this is the one I'm on about. Fucking shit. I hate
Yeah,
to
the
get
glare.
rid of it. It's because there's screens on. So-
Yeah, no big deal. Just gotta angle them a little bit. That's cool. I can see.
They're both the 16 rated. They're both. I think this one's from France, actually. Yeah, so this is the French one. You can get the English one as well. Yeah, stuff like that I've been picking up.
That's cool.
And then another one I've been working on a lot is NHL. The different NHL covers.
Oh, I bet there's so many with different players on
Are
them.
these all the Finnish covers?
I do have a couple of. Hold on.
So many games, bro.
So currently I have the Swedish, the Croatian, I think it is, or Czech maybe, and then the Danish. Well, I had it from Denmark, so I don't know. Probably isn't.
So I'm assuming all the players are actually from those countries. Like that's a Croatian
Yeah,
dude, that's
so-
a Swedish dude. That's
So
that's
they're the
kind of
ones.
cool.
So this is just 2008.
It's cool that it's got the Swedish flag on it, too. I
Do
found
people
that
in Europe
cover variant to
follow?
show you, Kev.
Do people like follow NHL a lot in Europe? I guess
Finland's
follow
national
American sports.
sport is hockey.
Well, I know hockey's follow, but they have their own leagues and stuff.
There's
Like-
been a big story in England recently.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Ridiculous.
Big
Kev, here's this
stories
cover
because-
I was telling you about. Different
Yeah,
fighter.
that's the same one.
Oh, okay, so it's the same fighter without the thing. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, it could be the same fight. It could be a different one.
I guess facial hair in one and he doesn't in the other, so that could be why it looks a
Maybe
little
it is.
different.
But then yeah, so
He took his
NHL
hood
10
and his-
with this cover. This cover.
Oh my goodness.
Are there like American and Canadian versions of these as well?
No, these are all EU countries.
Okay, because
But
I'd
not-
imagine if they got releases, they probably got their own versions too. Being
So you can imagine Canada, they've probably got 2 or 3 or 4 different cover variations.
yeah, exactly. Maybe even more. There's so many teams over there. Like they could be like FIFA games and have pre-orders through their fan store or things like that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing about sports games is I've seen so many. Like Tristan showed off a few, or other people showed off a few, where there's like there would be like this special edition with this player on it. They released at his birthday party or something. You know, it's like what the hell. But that stuff's cool.
Well, today's even more crazy. They give players like 1-of-1 covers to show them their ratings in the games now. So there's genuinely rare 1-of-1 cover variants out there that they might pop up into circulation. You know.
Yeah, we just need him to fall in some hard times. That's all.
Well, it's not even that. Like, a lot of these people just think
Once
of it
the
like
fame
it's
dries up,
you're
and
going to give it away.
their wife divorces him and leaves him a lifeless husk, they can sell
If
that.
they're selling FIFA games, then there's a problem.
Fucking FIFA.
My
You know-
$500,000 a week contract isn't doing it. I better put the FIFA on eBay.
So you know when I was collecting my games, I got up to 700 before I owned 1 copy of FIFA or Call of Duty.
Nice.
So I got 700, no FIFA, no Call of Duty.
Did you
Yeah,
like
full
did you
shovel.
gag a little when you finally did? Were you just like,
I was putting it off forever. I was like, I'm not buying them. The trash. I hate that crap.
I was doing the
I did.
same. I think we were chatting to each other at the time, and we got to a point where it's
Right.
like that's left for the full set, and it's like all cheap games bar a few. So it just happened.
Yeah. That's when it's probably around the time because I never used to bother with the steelbooks as well, and I gave some away. And this brings us back to what we should be talking about today about
the title of the show? Yeah.
So, you know the Bandai games that came out, like you got Naruto and some other Bandai games. They came with like a little slip, and on the slip, you could log into the Bandai Namco website, and you could put this code in, and they give you 1,000 points for each of these slips that you had. And I went through all my collection. I've got like 27 of these slips, and I've put them all in. I've got 27,000 points, and they're like, right, you can have all this stuff with it. So I remember I actually got this from it. This is one of the things I did get. So this is a Naruto art book.
Nice.
Nothing on that, dude.
Nice quality.
Yeah. So this game, and then I also got
Free stuff is the best stuff.
exactly, yeah. So I also got, I can't remember what game it was. I think it might be one of the Tales games. But it was a steel book, and it had like a pink, I don't know, character of some sort on the front of the steel book.
There's 4 of them, and they don't say anything on them, and they've just the 4 characters.
Yeah, there's nothing on them. I remember having that, and I didn't bother with the steelbook, so I just wanted one vanilla version of every game. And I was like, all right, that's gonna make my collection done. And I gave it to someone on the group. I says, look, you pay for the postage, you can have it for nothing. And now I'm thinking, fuck, what am I giving it away for? And
Yeah, you want to buy it.
that's probably one of the ones I regret selling.
It's like 50 quid when you look it up, and
yeah, and I got it for free. You know what I mean? It didn't bother me at the time. I was thinking, I don't want this crap, and there was no game in it, and there was no extra points. It's just a metal steel tin thing, and I was like, but now I've started going. Now I've got a lot more steel books, and and I'm like, shit, maybe I should have kept it. So
that is the point of the show. We've all had these stories, I'm sure. I have quite a few. What about you, Figsy?
Well, mine isn't a big regret because I used the money to buy something that is now worth double that. But I sold a copy of Michigan Report from Hell that is probably my biggest regret because I want to own the game. But at the time, I wasn't big into PS2 collecting. The collection wasn't even at the front. It was like sitting behind games. And I wanted the Bloodborne Nightmare Edition, and one popped up for sale, and it was $450. And $440. And I'm like, all right, I'll put this game up for sale. I sold it for $450 and bought the Bloodborne. And, yeah, but now looking back, it's a game that, you know, I'm not going to be able to buy it for less than $500 or $600. And that's
it's almost double that now.
Yeah, exactly. It says so is the collector's edition, but yeah, it's one of those things that you can't just swap it for that easily again, you know.
At least you did get something you love, because I know you love Bloodborne so much, so that's, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's still one of the favorite pieces of my collection. You know, it's got a whole shelf for itself. I'm paying for you guys. It's pretty big, you know.
It's ridiculous.
And it looks like a bookcase, which is cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, so me.
Do you do the thing with the disc and you put your fingers behind it to make it look like the bomb?
I'll tell you what I don't regret selling, and I thank myself every day for selling this, is Tamishi. Because I sold my Tamishi when the price was high, and they're not even worth half that today.
That's nice, yeah. Striking when it's hot like that. Yeah, you did well with that one.
Turning $50 into $2,500, like, you know, you can't. That's like a crypto investment buying back in 2010.
A good one, a good crypto,
yeah. The OG investments, not these days. They're all scams these days.
Yeah, and you're not going for like a full PS4 set. So like Tamashi's got no sentimental value. It's not like there's no. It's just a cool. It's rare. It's cool and it's rare, but
it's actually, that's funny you say that, because I have so many games in my collection similar to that, but like they're all $200-$300 games. Well, I'm not going to sell them. But if one of these games suddenly becomes worth $2,000, then it changes. Because,
see ya.
Yeah,
seriously.
Means more to me than a game that I bought once.
That's a bookshelf of games, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
It's funny to think about. Like, we've all probably got our own figures on. You know, if you got offered something for a game and you love it, you're probably going to turn it down. But there is a money figure that you will say yes to, and everyone's got
of course, absolutely. If you pay double what it's worth, you're getting it. I can buy another one, not a problem. Thank you. I will. I'll do that.
What if you can't buy another one? None on eBay.
All right. Well, then
we'll make one.
Yeah, have you got a story of a game that you regret giving away?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got many. So there was like when I first started collecting, like I was like kind of all over the place. I was buying PlayStation games and Nintendo games and DS games and Wii games and Wii U games and I was buying like every GameCube game. Like I just had everything. And like I knew like right away, I was like, oh, okay, this isn't gonna work. This is too much. I don't have the space. I don't have the money. This is gonna get out of hand. So I'm like, I'm just gonna focus on my favorite. So I wanted Sony. I just want my PlayStation stuff. So I sold like a bunch of stuff, man. And like the stuff that like really I regret deeply is I had all of the Dragon Quest games on DS and 3DS. I had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all of them. I had every single one of them. And I sold like the whole lot for like $150. And like the games are like $150 each right now. If I want to replace them, some of them like Quest 7 is like $100 to $150 to get a good copy. So yeah, deeply regret that, because now since then I've completely rebuilt my 3DS collection, and I don't necessarily want a DS collection, but I do want those games. There's like a few DS RPGs that I want. Like there's like Valkyrie Profile had one. There's a couple Dragon Quest games. There's RPGs on the DS I want very badly. And so, you know, I'll just end up paying double. I already have. Like, I've already repurchased Dragon Quest 7 and 8 on the 3DS for more money than I got for the whole lot. For the whole lot. And there were other games in that lot that you guys don't want to know about. There were other things in there too. That was insane. Dude.
Yeah, I just everything happened when I was I think must have been 18, because you have to be no, mum was probably 16 or 17, and needed money, and mum took me into taking my PS2 collection to cash converters and selling it. And I did, and split the money with my brother, and we were happy. Got got nothing for it. And when I first started collecting, like my big thing was buying all those games again. And now that I have rebought them all again, I don't regret that because I do own the games again. I took my time to collect them, so I didn't overpay for them or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely when you do have a moment like that, and you realize it, and you do become a collector, that might be part of the reasons you become a collector because you feel like I've lost these once, I'm not going to lose them again.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
before I did my PlayStation 3, I did 1 and 2. And it was quite a while before I did my PS3. Anyway, I had like the top games for PlayStation 1. I had like Suikoden, I had like Wild Arms, Breath of Fire, you know, the big top RPGs, Vandal Arts, I mean, some really, really good stuff. And the same on PlayStation 2. I had some of the best or most valuable sought after games. I probably got around 300 games, 150 for each console. I remember selling the lot for 900 quid. And I've got, mate, I look back at some of the games that I sold with it.
You probably make that back in one or two games.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, but I put it all into getting my business together. Sorry, 1 second. I have to check.
No problem. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with selling your collection if you have to or need to, or you have a good reason to. Like if you did use it to build a business or you did use it for medical bills, you do have to use it because your car, it is what it is, guys. So, you know, you may regret losing the games, but you got to do what you got to do, and you can't hang on to stuff when it's not reasonable or feasible.
I like to add my situation to this question. So obviously you guys know that I'm selling a lot of my collection right now, and I don't need to sell it. It's a slow process, and I'm getting as much money as I can. And if there's an item that I don't necessarily want to sell it, but it doesn't make sense for me. Does that make sense, that answer? Like, I have a Metal Gear Solid limited edition out there that I absolutely love this. It was one of the pieces on a list that I wanted, but it's a sideways collector's edition that doesn't fit on a shelf. It makes no sense to own this. It's worth like $400 or something. Anyway, so I didn't really want to sell it, but I don't want to own it. So what I did was overpriced it on eBay. Put it up for a crazy price. If someone sends me an offer, then I might consider selling that. But, you know, it's still there. And if it sells for more than it's worth, I'm not going to regret that. I can buy it again one day. But yeah, you know, after owning a piece for so long, you realize what fits in the game room and what doesn't. Like the just on top of Kev, he's got the Tony Hawk skateboard and the Killzone 3 Collector's Edition. Like they're really cool pieces. And when I was collecting, I wanted them both. But after you own them, if you don't have a spot to store them, they take up a shelf of their own, and they're.
Hey, this is the one that takes up the space up in the top corner.
Oh, Crisis 2.
Oh my god! I had one of them on the way, and it didn't arrive. So that didn't happen now.
So that literally fits all the way back to the wall, and it's not a small piece by far. And the only other piece that I don't have in here is my Cyberbike. And that's the one that I'm like, really, I don't want that in here. I'm just
that's the opposite end of the spectrum for Figsy. What were you so happy you sold?
That was the best thing I got rid of.
Mate, literally, if it wasn't stuck in the attic and I couldn't get it down, I would probably sell it as well.
The thing is, Kev, like, unless you have someone pick it up, you're not going to get anything for it.
No,
the shipping is just ridiculous on that.
I mean, I think I paid like £35 for it to be shipped from France to here, and it was it was brand new in the box, and I've still got it in the actual shipping box as well. It's the cardboard box around the box. You know what I mean, I'm like,
this
it's all battered from being picked up and carried, and all the handles are snapped off, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing holding on to this?
I had an empty treadmill, an empty exercise bike sitting in a room for like 3 years until I worked out I'm getting rid of this thing.
Did you play Dark Souls with it?
I didn't.
You can. You do know you can do that, don't you?
Yeah, you can. You can use the controller.
Yeah, this is the only thing on my shelf that I want to get rid of.
Scream it! Go on.
This stupid thing. Like I'm like anti-collector's edition. I like just like for like only I like for space. This is the only way you can buy this damn game. What the heck? is this a Switch game? Good God.
Is there a game inside, Joe? Have you considered just taking the game out and selling it empty?
Oh yeah, but there's 1,000 of them on eBay of people doing that.
So that's the problem. It's like the
if I want to sell it for $1, so I think it'd be worth it to keep the whole thing if I want to sell the whole thing someday, rather than
the
just
Fire Emblem for the 3DS that only came in the collector's edition. You can buy it for like $100 without the game on eBay, but if you want a complete copy, it's like $800.
No, what I'll probably do is I'll probably take the game out and box it up and just put the box away. That's what I do. Like I have so much stuff boxed that maybe someday I'd love to display, but I need an auditorium at this point for all my crap.
It's like that, but that's why we love all our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, been going through all those boxes recently of crap that I'm like, why do I own this? Or like the limited run boxes and Play Asia boxes. I've been filling them up with just pre-order stuff you get from them, and now I'm like, I'm going to sell all this stuff because it doesn't mean anything to me. Like when you buy a game and it comes with a pack of cards that doesn't fit in the collector's edition, like that's stuff that I don't really care about. Like it's weird pre-order bonuses. If it fits in the box, fits in the case, I want it. But if it's like a weird extra that just got thrown in by the company,
hey, there you go, buddy.
TJ's copy, Kev?
That's TJ's copy, yeah.
That's good. Speaking of throwing copies, I was going to bring this on the show today.
One of the only digital download games I would actually want to own.
Yeah.
The collector's edition that I'll have for the rest of my life. Your childhood will go into my kids.
That's it. Good man.
I've actually got every single Grand Theft Auto game on PS1 now, so I'm happy to have that set.
I like those games. Nobody really gives it much love because of 3 and all the new ones, but the old ones.
Yeah, top-down Grand Theft Auto is great fun.
Mm-hmm. Again, that was like real edgy when it first came out. Even back then, like that was cool. I didn't know a lot of people. I think I played that on PC or something when I first played that game. I don't even think I played it on PlayStation.
I was a little boy, and I remember watching my neighbor play it. I didn't play it until I was later in life, but I remember watching him play it for hundreds of hours. Just
you didn't play it until you was 18, did you? You waited until you was 18.
No, well, I got all the other Grand Theft Autos and never got I'd never had Grand Theft Auto on PS1 until I was
18.
And then they're not cheap games, and they never really have been.
No, they still hold their own, to be honest. And there's billions of copies. You know what I mean? There's hundreds of millions of copies of GTA. And it's still not even
like Vice City onwards. Like the difference in numbers is maybe 500,000 to like 10 million. So the amount of people that actually got to play the old ones would be very small compared to the amount of people playing the new ones. It's the same as people. If you look at GTA 5 and you look at San Andreas and Vice City and GTA 3, the amount of people that played them compared to GTA 5 is like 10%. And how crazy is that to think that like 90% of people who've played Grand Theft Auto have only played Grand Theft Auto 5?
And
play Vice City, you heathens. Play Vice City at least. San Andreas is so good, dude. I don't care about 3, but you got to play those two.
Yeah, but the problem is that if they go and play it today, imagine being a 15-year-old. You're like, sweet, I want to play this game, and you go and buy the remake, and it's shit.
Oh, you don't buy the remake. You get the.
Yeah, but you don't own these old consoles because you're a kid.
Emulate. You cheat. You lie. You steal. What you do? What you got to do. And you put it in the emulator, and you upscale that bitch, and it looks fire. I'm telling you, the PS2 emulators look fire. I don't even it's almost ruined it for me, dude. Like it looks so damn good that it's tough to play on old hardware. I'm just being truthful. Don't hate me, guys. Like it looks way better.
The loading times on old hardware kills me.
Yeah, the loading times,
modern loading times,
the memory cards, the dude, it scales it to freaking 1080p, 60 FPS. I'm telling you. Looks real good. Like Need for Speed Underground looks like butthole, but if it looks pretty good on this emulator, like try playing Need for Speed Underground on an old, it looks like just a blurry mess. I don't know,
especially if you've got like a HDMI only TV and you're running it like that, and you're like, why does it look crap? Because it's not meant to be used on this technology.
Yeah, it looks okay in a CRT. It does, but it doesn't look that great. But I do play tons of games. I have the backwards compatible PS3. I play PS2 games on real hardware, but it looks better. Looks better.
You're right. Like Pokemon games, I much prefer to play them emulated because I've gotten used to playing them at 2x speed. So when I go back to the original ones, it's too slow for me, and I'm like, this is annoying, you know.
Yeah,
100%.
My brain's working faster than I can move.
A lot of the emulated games, they give you a lot of the cheat codes as well, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
So I prefer to play like that, especially some games I've played like a million times. Like Suikoden, for instance, I've played it to death. So I like to go on there and emulate it just so that I can just get the cheats for it, really. Like without having to bloody plug action replay cartridges and discs and freaking typing all those codes. Just literally just there straight away. And it's all on my phone as well. So everyone likes playing the phone when they're going for a crap, so why not level up? You know what I mean? So it's literally what they're made for. So I do prefer just for the cheats of the older games. I still own them. I'm not pirating them.
Yeah, me neither.
But that's the thing that isn't in games anymore. Like cheating went from being this fun thing that you did in games to being this thing that's only used by the worst people in online community.
Yeah.
Crazy difference in cheating. Like I was a cheater 15, 20 years ago, you know, had all the cheats written down, and Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, I knew them all, like L2, L1, R2, I knew them all. These days, I haven't used a cheat in 15 years. And like they don't exist anymore unless you're a hacker and you're scripting and you're doing things like that. So it's crazy what's become in gaming.
Yeah. But no, I think cheats are acceptable on one-player games.
Oh, 100%. If it's your own experience that you're
or closed lobby.
If you're not impacting other people's experience with like your cheats, then who cares? Online games cheating is pathetic. But single player, that's all fun. But yeah, like especially like you ever play like games like The Sims or any of that shit. Like it's like, nah, dude, let's give me $1 million. Let's just go. Come on, you know what I mean? Like I don't,
old school Age of Empires or something.
Yeah, it's a lot of games where it's just more fun. It's just like more time effective than anything. Another thing too.
I think we might get into the quiz. What do you guys say?
I say I want one more point about emulators, and then we can go into the quiz.
Yeah.
So I don't like quizzes.
Another thing that I love about the emulators is like there are a lot of old shmup that I love that are like the old school style where they're like you have to hit the button every time you want to shoot. Have you played a game like that recently? My hands are 40 years old. I'm like, I can't. It's like it can't play that way. So all the emulators, you just go in and you go turbo, turn it on, and you just hold the button down. Now you can play every old game comfortably without breaking your hands. And I just, dude, that is huge. Like I'm not doing that anymore.
You don't realize those little things make such a big difference.
Yeah, because the game's phenomenal shmup, but like you have to sit there and tap 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 for 40 minutes. Like think about it. That's just like absurd. What a stupid idea.
You get to our age and you want that crappy third-party pad with the power buttons on, with the turbo buttons on.
Hell yeah. Give me that Mad Cat. Let's go. Yeah.
Mad Cats, that was it, yeah.
It's time to play the Figsy quiz. Welcome back to the quiz, Kev. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We have 8 questions tonight and a special bonus round that there will be 36 points up for grabs in the bonus round.
What the heck?
Well, last week we made it worth 1 point and everyone complained, so we've added the points to this one. Like that Resident Evil round. All right. Kev, as you're our guest, would you like to go first or second tonight?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right, sounds good. Big shout out to Sylvan and Pavel for making tonight's quiz. You guys do a phenomenal job as always. Before we get into Kev's question, we have a quiz for chat as well. And I'm just going to pull the scores up for the EU crew. So right now, the only person who's got a point is Banfi. And the way this is going to work is each week for the EU show, we'll have one quiz, and you'll be able to earn 1 point if you correctly name the title. So chat, here is your question for the week. I need the full video game title.
Yeah. I like it. What the hell?
Only one person will get the correct point. First person to get it gets the point. and why you guys are thinking about the answer, we're going to get into the quiz.
I know that now. Can I type it in?
Nope.
No.
No hands.
If you're a guest, you could.
I got it.
All right. Question number 1. Kev, this one's for you. I'm going to show you the intro of a FIFA game. You have to tell me which it is. I will give you your choices first. So you'll either be 97, 98, 99, or 2000. Here is the...
And we're copyright struck. All right, good job.
It's got to be 98.
That is correct. It was.
Very nice.
And that was the road to the World Cup. So
Yeah. It was one of the only FIFA games I actually played, FIFA Road to World Cup.
Nice.
It's really weird that you should show that one, to be honest.
It's a bit of nostalgia. That's awesome. All right, moving on to question 2. Joe, this one's for you.
Better not be about FIFA. Okay, cool.
What is not a feature of the Game Boy Advance cart? Is it tilt, rumble, solar, or camera?
Did it have solar? I'm gonna say solar.
Incorrect. Kevin?
Camera.
Camera is correct. So the Game Boy Color did camera, but the Game Boy Advance did it. So we had Yoshi's Universal Gravitation had the tilt function, Pokemon Pinball had the rumble function, and Bokai had the solar function. Kevin steals another point.
No, I have no idea what is it, like an adapter or something, or does it have a calculator thingy, solar thingy? I've literally never solar. The hell are you talking about, boy? I believe you. I just don't. I'm curious what it is.
All right. I'm going to go to chat for a second. We do have a correct answer.
Nice.
I can't take the first one, but I'm going to take the first correct answer from Evan with
Evan,
Code Embryo. Sirens was close with Blaze Fire Code Embryo, but yeah, Evan had that one. Sorry, guys. I just want to pull the answer up quickly.
Nice.
Well done, Evan. That's your first point of the new round.
Yeah, I remember. I knew the Code Embryo part, but I could not remember the name of the first part for the life of me.
That was good, that one. All right, moving on to question number 3. Kevin, this one's for you. I'm going to show you an advertisement poster, and you have to tell me what game it's from.
I want to say Ratchet and Clank.
Good answer, but it's not correct. Okay, Joe?
No Insomniac games that well, dude. What does it have to do with turkeys? Chickens, ducks crossing. What the hell is that hand shadow? It's like a puppet shadow. Oh god, what is that? Yeah, dude, I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. Literally no idea.
You want to throw an
Pass.
answer out there?
Right. No. The Goose.
DuckTales or something.
Untitled Goose Game. DuckTales, that would be so funny.
Spyro Year of the Dragon.
That makes sense. Okay.
Spyro burn all the turkeys. All right, question number 4. Joe, this one's for you. I'm going to show you a collector's edition, and you have to tell me what game it's from.
That's probably so easy. Yeah. And I'm so dumb. Cool grappling hook arm. Bro. I wish I knew. Literally no idea.
You want to pass over to Kev?
Metroid.
I want to say Batman, but I don't remember seeing anyone like it. Or maybe Assassin's Creed, but not really. I can't see it being that. I don't know. I'm just going to say Batman.
All right, it's not Batman. Before I reveal the answer, I just want to bring up a clue to see if this helps. It's a game that uses a grappling hook. That's a grappling hook.
Yeah, obviously.
I got that.
I was thinking, hey, no.
That's not a big enough clue.
Oh, would it be a Prince of Persia?
No, it's the Bionic Commando.
It was Just
That'll be
Cause.
mine. Oh, okay. I've never played those games.
No.
Like, it's all about like
I
grappling.
own them. I own all those
flying in
games.
the
I
air.
just
And...
never-
It's a ridiculous game. It's like the goat simulator.
Mate, that is shit.
All right, guys. At the end of question number 4, we'll have a score update. Joe's gets to get on the board, and Kev's got an early lead of 2 points. Moving on to question 5. Kev, this one's for you. I'm going to show you a device. You have to tell me what the device is in the picture.
Is it a Raspberry Pi?
It's not a Raspberry Pi.
Oh, fuck, I can see it now.
Is it a PS1 memory card?
Yeah.
That is a PS1 memory card.
Okay.
Ah. Shit, man.
All right, moving on to question number 6. Joe, this one's for you. Joe, I'm going to show you a prototype of a console, and you have to tell me what console it is.
Sega CD?
Incorrect. Kev?
Is it the Saturn?
It is the Saturn. Correct.
Mm.
I don't know why it says Pluto as well.
Well, that's a Pluto. Okay.
Is that
That's-
what the prototype was?
That's a different console. The Pluto was a console that never came out. That was
Okay.
like a prototype. I don't think it was the Saturn. I think it was like, I don't know. That's what Adam Koralik carries around with him everywhere and takes pictures
Oh,
of
I
the
watched the
Grand
video.
Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, if I wanted to retire, I'd just sell my prototype.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to question 7. So question 7 and 8 are going to be our picture, and you have to guess the video games from the picture. So Kevin, here's your photo.
I'm guessing what? Sorry.
You're trying to work out what video game is from this photo.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption.
And hang on, I'll explain more. Down the bottom of the screen, you can see C equals F. So you have to change one letter. Yeah, sorry, I've explained it wrong. This is the one letter. Change one letter, and it makes a video game.
And the image like is a hint as well. So you got to like kind of put it all together. Like I know this answer. I'll explain it if you don't know it. But I think I know it anyway.
Yeah, I'm not quite grabbing this. Flint Eastwood or something.
Yes.
I don't know. What...
Close, very close, but it wasn't correct. You know it, Joe?
I think it's the Flintstones because it's Clint. C equals F, so it's Flint, and then he's holding
It is the
stones.
Flintstones.
All right, yeah, I get you now.
So it's Flintstones. So it's Clint Stones, Flintstones. It's
Got
kind
it,
of hard,
okay.
man. I have experience. So I'm gonna have an advantage.
Yeah, you have to go
I
through
know
all
how
this.
this weird ass thing works. Like the first time I did this didn't go so good.
All right, I've got you.
All right,
I
Joe,
was
here's
like-
yours.
What?
Give me half a point.
Yes, you did know.
Plenty
that
of points to be made up later.
C equals B. The Jungle Book. Because he's a cook and it's a book and he's in the jungle.
That is the
Yeah,
jungle.
baby. Let's go.
All right, guys, at the end of round number 4, scores are locked at 3 points apiece. We will now move on to the next round, and I just need to set myself up for this next round because there is a bit to it. So the way this next round is going
Kevin's
to
like,
work,
good God, that round's not going to keep going.
Yeah, don't do that one again.
This is off. It literally like is a brain teaser. Like
we had 8 of them last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the way
Let's
this round's
assume.
going to work is a bit to it.
Yeah.
Is I'm going to give you guys a topic. I'll reveal it in a second. And you guys are going to have to name the video games from that topic, taking turns. Kev, you're going to go first. Today's topic is the best-selling video games of the 2010s as of December 2019. And this only includes games that were buy-to-play. It does not include free-to-play subscription titles, and it does not include any sports games. So we're looking for the best-selling games of the 2010s. We've got 36. I've got the 36 best-selling games that aren't sport games and that aren't free games. You've got 5 strikes each.
So
Yeah,
like
you go.
2010 to 2020. That's what you're talking about.
2000
Not like the year
December.
2010, right? Because I have
Yeah,
no idea.
2010
Alright,
all the way
alright.
to December 2019.
I got you. So that decade, the best-selling games. Okay.
Kev, you're up first.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
No, how would that be on the list?
GTA 5 is on the list. Kev takes a point.
Oh
Joe?
yeah, well I'm gonna hit you with Mario Kart 8, brother.
Mario Kart 8
It better be on the list. Deluxe, if I have to say it.
is on the list. Is on
All
the
right, well,
list.
either one.
Okay, well, I'm going to take Minecraft then.
Minecraft's on the list.
I'm gonna say Diablo 3.
Is on the list. It's on the list as the Reaper of Souls, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, that's Diablo 3.
Yeah,
Stuff.
that's the DLC version.
That's the updated version or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so Red Dead Redemption.
Is not on the list. Kev's got a strike.
What?
Fortnite.
That's free to
It's
play.
not on the list. It was a free game.
Oh.
Joe's got a strike. Kev?
Oh, I'm a dumbass. I should
No,
have thought about that.
uh,
You said that, didn't you? Yeah, you did.
Uncharted.
I don't get one
You-
takes these backs because I'm a.
You want to do Uncharted 1 or do you want to clarify?
No, because that was before 2010.
So which one?
Which
Well,
one?
the latest one before.
Uncharted 4 is on the list.
Yeah.
Joe?
Okay, now I'm starting to have to think. 2010's best-selling games.
It does need to be the right title, so I'm not going to take numbers if you don't give me the right one.
I'm gonna say Gran Turismo.
Again, Gran Turismo
Doesn't matter.
1 was a PS1 game.
Yeah, I understand, but you said you don't need the number.
I know I need the correct number.
Oh, you just said you didn't need the number. I
No, I
thought.
said I do.
Oh, okay. Well, then let me.
Because there's multiple of each edition on there. So
6.
Neat.
I'll say 6.
Gran Turismo 6 is not on the list. Joe's got another strike.
How many strikes we get? 3.
5,
Okay.
because this is a bigger one. Kev?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I'm screwed.
God of War, Ragnarok. God of War, the first one, not Ragnarok, the one before Ragnarok. God of War.
The first God of War on PS4 is on the list. Kev takes
Yeah.
a point.
Halo 3.
Halo 3 is not on the list. That was like 2008, 2007.
Yeah, it was before 2010.
Joe's got his
Damn.
third strike. Kev?
I'm terrible at this.
What was the fucking game? Battlefield.
Again, I'm going to need a title. Battlefield.
1?
Not on the list.
No.
Joe?
I know
Breath
which
of
one.
the Wild.
No, that's too late. Oh no, it might be actually.
Breath of the Wild came out on the Wii U.
Is on the list. It's under the.
Jesus Christ. Scaring me, bro.
I looked under B, L, and it wasn't there. I'm like, what?
Elden Ring. No, not Elden Ring. Fucking what was the one before that? Bloodborne.
Not on the list.
What?
Interesting. Bloodborne was free for a little bit. Maybe that's part of the reason. Kev's now got 3 strikes. Joe's got 3 strikes. 2 more strikes each.
Skyrim, baby.
Skyrim is on the list. Joe takes.
Yeah.
Kev?
But
I will mention one of you guys have brought up a series, and you just named. Actually, 2 series have been brought up, and you've just named the wrong game in that series twice. So each of you have done it.
Dark Souls.
Not on the list. 1 strike left, Kev.
I thought you made the list.
Gran
Why are they not
Turismo
on
4.
there?
Gran Turismo 4.
Not on the list.
It's one of them a fucking Gran Turismos. You just tell me which one it is. Bullshit.
Both
Yeah,
on
but
4
it's-
strikes each. And the scores are tied. So this comes down to this. This is everything. Kev, I need a game. There's more than 20 on this.
Spider-Man.
It's a good pick.
Spider-Man's not on the list. Kev is
Oh
out.
my god. How is
Joe?
it not on the list? That
Are you
blows
sure
you
it's
need
not
to
under
do
the
to win the quiz?
Spider-Man?
Is name
Did you-
one of the best-selling games of the last 10 years or the
Bro.
2010s?
One of the best-selling games. Oh my god. Dude, there's so many it could be, but I don't know if it's the best sell. I know very popular games, but the pressure is getting to me. Shit, dude. What if I get it wrong? Do we both lose?
I have a tiebreaker question. Oh, it might just be a
Okay.
tie.
Shit. All right, let me think. Super Mario Odyssey.
I've
Super
got a
Mario
question.
Odyssey. I'm gonna go with the safe bet. I'm gonna go with Super Mario.
Super
a Mario
Mario
game.
Odyssey. He's on the list. Joe
Yes!
60 squares. Well done, Joe.
Yes. Fucking Mario and Zelda, baby.
Now I'm gonna go through the list because you guys are gonna feel like shit after I release.
Yeah, of course, there's a million of them that I
All right,
can't
so we've
be
got
on there.
Animal Crossing New Leaf, hard one to get. Borderlands 2, Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops.
We didn't name any Call of Duty
Call
games,
of Duty
Kev.
Ghosts,
What's the
Call
matter
of
with
Duty
us?
Modern Warfare 3.
That's like the most popular franchise.
I just see it as a sports game like FIFA.
I'm over here saying Fortnite and shit. What's wrong with me?
Fallout 4, Gran Turismo 5.
I said 6
Oh,
and
dude.
4. I hate you. I hate you.
We had Horizon Zero Dawn, Connected
Yeah.
Adventures, because that was bundled with every Xbox 360. We had Mario Kart 7. Oh,
3DS.
we have a title that I said no on. Fuck. I said no on Marvel's Spider-Man to Kevin, and it's here.
Of course it's on there. So we're tied. All
Ah. All
He
right,
got
guys.
that was his last guess, right?
How we're going to do this is there's 15 games left on the list.
I was gonna say, how the hell is Spider-Man not
Call
on
of
the list?
Duty.
We're going from M down. There's 15 left here.
So is it like lightning round?
Yeah.
Metal Gear
whose turn is it?
Solid.
Not on the list.
I will say Pokemon X.
X and Y both on the list. Joe deserves it.
Pokemon, don't let me down.
We also had Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon, Pokemon Omega Ruby, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon Black, and Pokemon White.
You
we
put my
had
brain in
Monster
the
Hunter
alphabetical
World.
order when you said M. I'm like M N P Pokemon.
Plenty more easy ones. We had New Super Mario Brothers 2, New Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, PUBG, best-selling game of like the last 10 years.
Shit, mate.
Kev, Red Dead Redemption 2.
I
Can't believe you
said
said number one. You went for one.
This dog.
Super Mario 3D Land. We had Super Smash Brothers for the 3DS, Wii U, and Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. The Last of Us, Terraria, and The Witcher 3. Well done, Joe. And
Well done, Joe.
done to who got chat's question this week? Evan. Well done, Evan. Good job, guys.
Where's my applause? Come on, man. Let's hear it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What's up, Jamie? That was fun. Thank you so much, Pavel and Sylvan. That was a fun quiz.
That
Sylvan
was
came
fun.
up with that idea at the end. That was cool.
That was exciting. Oh, so those are tough because it's like they're not hard, but they are hard. Like because you gave us like 40 chances, and I'm like, I can't use my brain.
I reckon if I asked that question to someone who doesn't collect games, they would probably do better than you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all the games they've heard of.
Yeah,
All
all
the
the
ones they
games
know,
I
they're
don't know
like-
about these other games, but
You scared me. with
no one
the-
even said it. Too. Jamie said, "Sure, there's a few COD games on the list."
Yeah, I know. I can't we were literally just talking about COD earlier, like we whatever.
I see it as the same as FIFA as a sports game. So I was like, I can't really say Call of Duty because I just think it's a sports game.
I mean, Connected Ventures was on there. Who was saying that, right?
Yeah, I mean,
We
Madden
Sports
on
wasn't
there?
on there. That's interesting. Sorry?
Wii Sports wasn't on there?
No, and it makes sense. The Wii came out in 2006.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's true. And I think it was a pack-in, so I don't know.
Yeah,
if that
it
counts.
was. But by the time they got to 2010, Wii U wasn't far away or was already there. One of the
Yeah. That game's still insanely popular. Sports.
Yeah, Wii Sports
Yeah.
Resort for like $30-40.
Yeah, the Wii U, the one for the Wii U, like I can't remember what it was. It was like most people got it like with the console or something, and like the standalone super hard. Like not a lot of people bought it standalone. It's like
Yeah.
it's like fighting God, what is the other game? Like Super Mario World in a box. That's for SNES. It's like actually super rare because it's a wicked common game, but it was always a pack-in with the console, so nobody has the box in the manual. So if you actually have a box,
Why would you go and
copy,
buy it? You already own it.
it came with like every console. Yeah, exactly. So it's like very rare that someone would pick up a console and didn't have that. So that's like actually pretty rare to have. It's kind of neat.
And like
I'm-
Jamie just said, you know, the same as Connected Ventures. Everyone's played that. Everyone's played Wii Sports because it came with the console. It's like going back to the NES days. The NES came with Tetris. So everyone's played Tetris, you know. Tetris is the best-selling game of all time. Why? Because it was bundled with one of the best-selling consoles of all time.
I think we got and Mario and Duck Hunt. That was like our big one over here. There was a shit ton of different versions. I think that's the most common one. Tetris was like that's like everybody has that on Game Boy. Like every Game Boy in America comes with a copy of Tetris. It's like included. Yeah, dude.
And actually, I watched a video about it the other day. It's a crazy story. So Tetris at the time, like they sold the rights to Sega, Nintendo, some company in China.
Tencent or whatever. Yeah.
And then when Sega went to release it, there was some law case, and that's why there's only 10 copies of Tetris out there because they had to cease production of it. And
yeah, the Genesis Sega Tetris gen on this is worth like a fortune.
Yeah, $100,000.
Super rare. Yeah, it's insane.
Rare. Mom on the phone. That's her.
You guys got any pickups to show?
Not really.
I got one. You want me to go real quick?
Look at this.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's super thin.
Oh, wow.
What is it?
So it's just a pre-order code.
That's sick, dude.
And it's like a bank card with a code on it. Yeah, cool little, nice little piece. And then just this, another steelbook, nothing special.
That one's hard to get in good condition. Right? It's one of those.
I found it. This one's actually really, really good condition, to be honest. So I didn't mind picking it up for a couple of quid or something. It wasn't expensive.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but BioShock is actually one of my favorite games of all time.
That's cool.
One of the best gaming experiences ever.
Yeah, I think going back, I went back to play it because I never played it when it came out, and going back to play it, I feel like I've missed out on when it was released and the big hype about it, and trying to go back to old games that had this big hype about them. I feel like I'm not getting the same hype because one, nobody else is playing it, so I got no one to talk to. Or the people that have played it are like, oh, wait till you get to this bit, wait till you get to this bit. I get to that bit, and it's not half as good as what they're saying it was.
Oh yeah, no,
I experienced it being. So I feel like I missed out on that one.
It's not like
anything that was older. You know, you go and play someone's favorite game from 30 years ago, you're not going to have a good time as they had because
and you're not the same person you were when that game came out. Like when I played that, I was like really young, so like it was easier to surprise me. Like when you're older, you're like seen it, done it, seen it. Not the same. You're like, yeah, I know this is going. You can figure out most movies. You can figure out most stories. Like after a while, you're like, oh, I get this. It's this.
Yeah, you just reminded me. If you remember the God of War was it for me? The first game you played with a quick time event during a cutscene. That was mind blowing to me. But then the fifth time you play it, you're like, what the fuck is this? This is when I put my controller down. This is the worst thing they've ever put into games. Like you don't see that in any games anymore.
The one more that I did pick up was this.
Oh, that one's nice.
That's a really nice cover, dude. That's cool.
And the actual game's got a cover as
so that's the reason I did get it was for this cover.
Yeah, I was tempted to get it for that cover too. It looks awesome.
I actually strangely love the way the USK and the Peggy and the other label like builds a little stairway on the front of that cover. That looks freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's like the only time I've ever liked that rating system.
That's the only time I've ever noticed that.
Yeah, looks
But
badass.
yeah, that's the reason I picked that one up.
That's a cool game. That's a good game too.
Mate, yeah, really, really good.
It's a,
It
that was
took-
one of the ones I picked up watching like either Figsy or somebody's videos a million years ago when it was like recommended games. That was one of the ones I picked up.
I recommend years ago.
Mhm.
It took me about 4 years to realize the main character is actually voiced by Gollum.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Andy
I had no idea.
Serkis. Yeah, Andy
That's cool.
Serkis. Yeah, he actually does the motion capture for the main character Monkey. That's good.
Oh, nice.
So that is Gollum basically, Andy Serkis.
That's cool.
Serkis.
Did he do the new game?
The terrible one.
Did he have anything to do with the new game? The new Gollum game?
Oh, probably not. I don't think anyone had anything to do with that, did they?
If he did, does he admit it?
I don't think he did. I'm not too
he,
sure.
he would deny it either way. No, man.
Yeah. It's not a great game. I've seen so many bad reviews about it. I've not actually played it, but yeah, a lot of people.
Oh, I'm buying it. I'm getting that and that Kong game. You know, I'm getting both of them. I'm getting them for sure.
There's a couple of games I'm looking forward to coming out. There's Walking Dead Destinies. You seen that?
Mm-hmm.
So that looks really good.
Is that another Telltale?
You what, sorry?
Is that a Telltale game?
No, it's AMC.
Interesting.
It's a proper full AMC.
I think it's like a
game from the series. Yeah. So you play as Rick at the start, and then you can choose whether to kill or be killed by Shane, and then you take over as Shane or as Rick, depending on how you want to play your game. Apparently, it's like 150 different endings based on what choices you make. And
See, that's still appealing to me. I'd rather play a game once that's 150 hours.
Yeah.
Because that way you're not going to miss anything. You don't have to repeat content, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, just watch them on YouTube at this point if you really want to see all the endings after you beat the
That's
game.
it,
I'm not playing through a game 20 times to see all the endings. It's not happening.
That's it. I've probably done.
The new Retribution comes out soon too. If you like Walking Dead, Retribution 2. It's like one of the last physical PSVR games.
You play that, don't you?
Still waiting for Suikoden remake to come.
Yeah, same. That one and Ayuden Chronicle. We actually got a date for that. So Ayuden Chronicle, 24th of April, I think it is.
Nice.
I backed it on Kickstarter 4 years ago.
It's about the same time the Final Fantasy remake, 7 remake part 2's coming out. So you're gonna have 2 games.
Yeah, and I'm hoping. I mean, I tried playing Suikoden the other day just on emulator, and I'm just like, I can't be arsed for this. I've played it too many times, but I don't know if it's just because I know that the remake's coming out, and if I play it now, by the time the remake comes out, it's going to be too fresh in my head to want to do it again. But I think I'm just going to wait until the remaster, and then Ayuden Chronicle, and then Final Fantasy. That's all I'm worried about. I think.
Have you played Final Fantasy?
Yeah. I played it twice. Got the platinum on it.
Nice. I still need to pick it up. I'm just waiting for a price drop because there's, 10 million copies out there. I'm sure I can.
It's got to go down sometime.
Yeah, I've been waiting on that and the Harry Potter game to become a little cheaper. I want to pick both of those up.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to go, guys. So I've got stuff to do. I've got my brothers just turned up. So it's good to see you all.
Yeah, it was great to have you back on, man. And we'll definitely
and I'll be definitely back on soon. Yeah?
Awesome, dude. Thanks for coming on, man.
Right. Hey, thanks
Loving
a lot,
the
guys.
stuff, dude. Take it easy, brother.
Later, mate. Cheers.
Joe, we might get into some memes from the viewers.
Wait, I got to do my pickup.
I got pickups too, but we'll get back to the pickups.
Oh, okay. I only have one anyway. It's not really good. That's just the memes.
So, who let Bethesda program Florida?
Very nice.
When you accidentally click the left stick and go into stealth mode, just as a cutscene starts.
Dude, I've been playing that new Trepang Squared game, and like it has the crouch button is the same as like if you double click it, it's like the slide mechanic.
Oh, I
And
hate
like,
that. Hate that in
I
games.
can't even tell you how many times I run up to something and I try to slide and I just get in the face. I'm like, damn it. So you can switch up the buttons. I need to do it, but it's
There's
really
nothing worse. It doesn't matter what the game is. There's nothing worse than having the same button for two things. Like GeoGuessr have added this mode that you can hold spacebar to move fast, but spacebar is also the button to send you guess. So as I'm moving fast, I accidentally press spacebar twice and I send a random guess in the middle of nowhere.
That's a terrible
That happened in the World Cup, man. It happened in the World Cup.
Yeah, you cannot have the send your guess button attached to anything else. You can have something else maybe, but not the send your guess button. Dear God.
No, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just leave these bananas here so I can run into them on the next lap.
That's 100% accurate.
That's something that I do. Though, if I've got a bonus and I haven't used it yet, and there's a new one up there, I get rid of them all so I can pick the new one.
Always, every time. Yeah, I want fresh stuff. And I can't even tell you how many times I've green shelled myself in the face. How many times have you been like, "It got you, bitch!" So obnoxious.
I'll just play this game for an hour or so, and
it's done. Yeah.
God, that's life at the moment.
We've all been there.
Big open room, no enemies. This is a boss room. That's such a Dark Souls, Elden Ring thing.
I've seen another one that's so accurate. It's the same 3 pictures, and it's like tons of health potions, a save point. Shit's about to go down. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like you get to a game and it's like all of a sudden it gives you like a ton of ammo and a ton of healing items, like this big room full of goodies. You're like, oh no, whatever's on the other side of this door is not going to be good if they're stocking me up. It's going to be bad.
You know how I'm playing Lies of P at the moment? I just wanted to bring up a game mechanic that they use that makes me play the game way differently to any Souls game. So in any Souls game, if you fight a boss and you die, your souls are left in the boss room. And if you want to go get them, you have to fight the boss.
Yeah.
And say you walk into a boss room with like 1 million souls and you didn't realize.
Yep, you're committed.
Like 10 levels worth of progress. You have to beat that boss. Yep. I mean, in Lies of P, they've added a feature that if you die, your souls are outside the boss door. So you can go and pick them up and get them and don't have to fight the boss. Which initially I'm like, I don't know if I like this. But then I realized that, hang on, this is going to get me an attitude that I'm going to go into every boss fight now. I'm not going to stop because I might lose my souls. I'm going to fight everything. And I'm actually enjoying that. I'm just rushing into everything, not caring, because it's almost like you're safe because you can just get back to that point. It's an interesting feature, but I kind of like it.
Yes, and I'll be honest with you, I find the appealing difficulty of Souls games the combat, not the fact that I lose my souls and get frustrated and want to flip the F out because you lost 1 billion souls. Like, oh God, dude. It's one thing if you make a bad decision, but it's sometimes it's like you just fall off a cliff. You're like, no, you just lose all. You're like, it was 2 hours worth of work. Oh my God, I can't believe
you died with someone in the silliest way. Like there's 2 of them.
Dog jumped and hit my controller.
Hit the wrong button. You rolled into a wall and you come back and hit them again. You're just like, oh my progress.
Yeah. So
But I also do like Demon Souls for the fact that getting to the bosses are harder than the actual boss fights and different things like that.
Yeah. Well, those games are rough too because it's like you can't just fight the boss again. Like you said, you got to clear all the way back there, and then you show up with like, a bandit on your head, half health, no potions. Like, let's go. It's just getting there is so hard, man. Yeah, trust me, I know. So eventually, though, you're like you learn how to run the F through everything. You're just like, all right, I know what to do. Like, I'm just not gonna fight any of this. Yeah.
Like I take my armor off because you can run faster. So you're a naked man running through all these dangerous things.
I do that while I play, just because I feel more comfortable. But yeah.
After looking around the room for 2 minutes, my wife says, I can't find the case for wood. A screenshot from the game Wood.
Dude, that would be so epic.
Wood in the Doom engine?
Heck yeah, man. Fighting tree ants from Lord of the Rings or something. Sounds good.
That's just like a farming simulator game.
Yeah, probably.
Early access games be like.
Yeah, there you go. Congratulations on getting to test our buggy game for us for free.
The Switch is Nintendo's first portable console. Me, an intellect.
I mean, it has a handle. You cannot argue with the logic there. It has a handle.
Yeah, exactly. Portable.
Dude, have you ever seen the flip up screens for those? I would kill for one of those. So you know how like the PS1 you can buy
Yeah.
they have a screen just like that for the GameCube, dude. And it's like a little screen you attach to it. It flips up and on your GameCube. I would kill for that.
That's where they need to like mod a spot where you can put Game Boy games in it too.
Or you can get the Game Boy Advance player to go on the bottom, but then you got to get the disc to go with it. That's worth a flipping fortune. The disc is worth more than the player because then
that's why you just go and buy the third party one that plays everything these days.
Oh, you just emulate, baby. Get on the train, boys.
When you buy a game after a few months after its release, and play online for the first time.
Oh, dude, isn't that true? Try getting into a fighting game a year after it came out. Try getting into like
into any community. It takes time.
You're gonna get schooled, especially when you're like, all right, I think I know what I'm doing. And the first time you go online, it's just like whooped. You're like, nope.
Would argue say someone's played a game for 2 years and then someone gets into that game, it's only going to take them 3 or 4 months to get up to the skill gap. Because in that 2 years, those people have learned all these new skills that's just become part of the game. And then they teach all the new players these things.
Correct.
And
they don't have to figure all that stuff out. They can just get right to the goodies. Be like, this is how you do this. This is how you do that.
Like, I could relate it to my GeoGuessr right now. I'm learning all these advanced metas that people have learned over 5-10 years of playing the game. But like, if I got into it years ago, these things didn't exist. You know, you all work it out yourself.
It's true.
Can't place the building here.
That's so funny, dude. That's too good.
My wife left me, but Shadowheart will never leave me. This is the Steam recommendation.
Is this what? Big fat kitties? Is that what Raid Shadow Legends? I don't even know.
You're gonna post it for the new Metal Gear Solid.
Nice, dude. Do you know what, bro? If they made that movie with him in that, I would watch it.
Yeah,
in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, dude. Oh my god, nothing, dude. If they came out with a Tropic Thunder 2, that would be the most epic.
Honestly, watching that movie today is so cringe.
Dude, they should do it. No, they should make Tropic Thunder 2 and they should make it even more offensive. They should on purpose. They should, dude. I'm telling you, if anyone else that wants to make money and has balls, you should just do that. Who cares, man? God.
Let me tell you about my life. This is an NPC. No, I'm good. My dialogue is unskippable.
No.
It's like on a Pokemon game or a Zelda game. We start talking and you realize they've got like 15 lines of dialogue because it's a main character and you just wanted to do one thing and you're like, fuck, I'm stuck now. Or it starts a mission. That's the worst. And you got to follow. It's like, follow me here and you can't do anything else. You have to follow them.
Yeah, yeah.
And they walk at a slow pace and part of the cutscene is the dialogue when you're walking. Oh, I hate that.
One of my things, like if you play like old school RPGs, especially, is sometimes you'll talk to somebody and you try to skip the dialogue and you're skipping, and then you accidentally talk to them again. You got to skip through it all again. You've done that. You know what I'm talking about? You're like, oh my god, they're saying so much shit. Will you hurry up? Will you hurry up? And oh my god, I started it again. No.
Even when you're just like playing Pokemon at the Pokemon Center and you hit an A and it restarts and you put them in a second time, you're like, oh my god.
Exactly. It's like,
so real. When you just install a game, but there's a big update.
That's all modern gaming. I can't even. There's nothing funnier to me. Like you're like, I just bought a new game. I can't wait to play it. Hype, hype, hype. You get home, you put it in, and it's like, whoop, 4 hours installing 20 gigs, 30 gigs. You're like, oh.
I do want to bring up something that we always talk negative on digital games. And one thing I do like about digital games is City Skylines is a good example. So that came out the other day, and I didn't pay for it, but I had it on Game Pass ready to go. And what they do is if you buy or have a game purchased that's coming out, you can download it like before it comes out. So it took me 6 hours to download, and then by the time it came out at midnight, I could just play it. So that's cool. You know,
that's very cool. That is very cool. You should be able to go online and say, I'm gonna buy a disc. Can you start the download, please?
Here we have just finished the tutorial. Game's pretty cool with 2,809 hours of gameplay. There are some funny Steam reviews.
Yeah, dude.
The craziest part from Home Alone was that Kevin got all these groceries for $19.
Dude, you couldn't even afford the toilet paper and paper towels for that much.
You got to pay $1 for the bags these days.
Bro, paper towels are ridiculously expensive. I can't even believe how expensive it is to wipe up crap and throw it away.
Oh, it's everything
my
these
mind.
days. Absolutely everything. When did cheese become like $50 a kilo? You know,
I don't know, dude.
From Software should be fine for promoting mental breakdowns. I actually argue, From Software, if you go on YouTube, so many people have beaten depression through Dark Souls games, and that's a thing. That's a real thing. It's like they're at their lowest points, and the game becomes one of the only things that they actually overcome in life, and then that's the starting point to overcoming the depression.
So that's one thing. So that's a thing I think that I don't know people underestimate. So I don't want to get too philosophical, but like overcoming obstacles is one of the most satisfying things in the world, especially as a man. Like achieving something and accomplishing goals is like pretty much all we're like. It's the most satisfying in the world. So that's why I always do gravitate towards these harder games. That's why I like shmups. That's why I like Dark Souls. That's why I like super hard platformers and stuff like that, because it is quite the feeling when you overcome that super hard thing. So like, and it's addictive. So if you can get into that mindset that you like overcoming difficult things, you can apply it to other aspects of your life and be a lot more successful. Like you know what I mean? Like, so if you have that same attitude towards you're working out or making money or whatever, just busting your ass, and I don't know, man, just telling you.
It's a feeling of empathy. Like it can be a reward from any type of game you play, but if you get that feeling, you can't replace it. I had it the other day. I was playing a duel, and do you guess her again? And the guy sent a really good guess, and he sent me a GG before our guesses even popped up. And I had a good guess too. So it's like a disrespectful thing when you do that.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, fuck you. I'm not losing. And then the next round, I got the perfect answer and won. So it felt pretty good. I got out of my chair and went, get wrecked.
And then you just write, GG.
Right back.
GG.
Me, you know?
GG.
That brings me back to the old PUBG days of I used to have a few catchphrases on Twitch, and one of them was "Get out of my lobby, kids!" And I used to scream that when I beat someone at the end of the game.
Nice.
Brought me back to those toxic days.
The good old toxic days.
I'll post it on Twitch because I've still got the emote.
Nice. Was that all the memes?
Yeah, that's all the memes. Go back
Awesome.
to pickups.
Thanks for the memes, dude. Really cool, guys. They appreciate you, everybody contributing. If you guys want to see your memes on the show, make sure you post them in the Discord.
And I'll give Banfi a shout out. A lot of those were Banfi, so thanks heaps, man.
Heck yeah, man. That was good stuff.
Exclamation point Discord to join, guys. It's free. There's a big community over there. There's games for sale, memes. People post.
It's pretty active.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool group. I hang out there all day, so if you want to get in touch with me, people message me on Facebook and I don't reply for 6 hours. I reply to every Discord message in like 30 seconds. So just an FYI.
Also, like I've been trying to get in touch with some people to come on the show, and like if you try to like tell someone to add you on Facebook or message you on Facebook, YouTube deletes the comment. So I've invited all these people on the show, and they're like, "I'd like to come on," and I'm like, "Cool, add me," and it won't let me tell them to add me. It won't let me tell them how to add me to the freaking. So if anybody's watching the show and you want to come on the show, please go on the Discord. Please join the Discord.
I feel really bad now, Joe. I thought
message.
this dude was deleting my comments. I've just realized it was YouTube.
No, it's YouTube.
This guy was posting, I want to come on the show. And I'm like, yeah, man, just add me on blah, blah, blah. And you can come on. I looked again and I'm like, oh, he deleted my comment. I took it. I'm like,
no. If you say add me on Facebooks, if you do any, it's, because of those stupid bots that were like, add me on Telegraph, I'll get free prizes. Remember all that crap that was happening? So now it's like, hey, delete every comment that has anything like that.
I guess that's a good thing. I had it on my channel at one point,
So anyway, if you want to come on the show, the Discord's probably the easiest way to get in touch with us, or Facebook. If you want to find me on Facebook, I'm Joe Red. He's Figsy_games, right?
Nah, I got my real name on there, so I don't want to say it.
Oh, okay.
Don't message me on Facebook. I won't reply. Message me on Discord.
So Jeffrey Epstein, that's his name. If you guys want to look him up.
I do have a Figsy Games page on there too. Just want to add, we are only 2 subs away from 4,000. So if you hadn't hit that sub button on YouTube,
You're at 3,998. Holy
that's checked. Yeah.
Oh my God, guys! Can we please get this man to 4K? This is absurd. Like, there should be whoever's watching this video. If you're not subbed, please click the sub button. Come on, man, get this guy to 4K.
Let's pull up the live counter, see if we can hit it during the show.
And Joe, I'm at a big 19. Let's get to 20, boys.
We can get to 20 today. Let's do it.
But to be fair, I'm actually going to start streaming again a lot more.
How about this? Once we get to 4,000, I'll release a video because I've got like 15 that I'm ready to put out.
Put out the quiz. We got like a whole show
ready, guys. Just waiting for you guys.
We got like a whole thing.
Yeah, we got. If we work it out on time, it's probably like 6 hours of content.
Yeah.
I'm currently editing it right now, and I want to do a good job. It's not just going to be 30 minutes of filming; it's actually edited and all shit. So hopefully, it'll be good content on the channel.
We're not trying to get to 100K man fee. We're just trying to get to 4. we don't keep giving up free picks quite yet.
Yeah, Jamie, you're already in the Discord. You're one of the OGs in the Discord.
Oh wait, that's your Discord. I'm already in there.
Hang on, I know this guy.
But Pavel made me a bunch of cool artwork for my stream. I don't know if you saw that. So I got that all set up. I got all my gear set up. I got the capture card going.
Bring it on.
I just need to. I think I'm gonna do some shmups first, and then I want to do a playthrough of Cult of the Lamb. And if I can figure out how to turn on the streamer mode, that can be kind of fun because I believe it lets me name the characters after you guys, and you can vote on it. And you can kill people and sacrifice people in your cult and stuff, so you can vote on it. It looks pretty fun. So they have a streamer mode for that game. So I thought that would be fun. And I do like that game, and there's a bunch of DLC that I want to try. So I figured I'd do a playthrough of that or something. That'd be a good one. You guys could be part of my cult, and I could murder you. Sounds fun. Yeah. You guys want to come get killed at the cult? Burned at the stake? Something like that?
You're really selling it, Jay. You've got me signed up.
You'll be the first to die.
Hanging out on Twitch almost every day. I turned on ad blockers, and Twitch is awesome with ad blockers.
Hey, whoa, but don't use
them
on YouTube.
I stopped watching Twitch for 2 years because it was just ruined.
Ads are brutal.
I used to love Twitch, and then it was every 30 seconds or 5 ads before you start a stream.
And they're so long. They're a minute long, some of the ads. I'm like, oh my God. Have you ever turn on a stream, watch the minute long ad, and then you go to do something, you bump your phone and you leave the page, and you're like, oh my God. And they have to go back and watch the ad again. Oh my God.
I use a site to legally watch TV, hint, hint. And they have an app that plays the program, and I've used it for 2 years. It's ad free. Anyway, they've just added ads last week. I'm like, fuck. I got to watch an ad every time I want to watch something on telly. New Beat Saber pack out, Joe. Rolling Stones. Ooh.
Yeah, it would be nice if I could.
Oh, your VR's in the shop again. Oh,
it's the 4th one. I've set it up for the 4th time now.
That's almost as insane as waiting 3 years for a video game. But who would do that?
Yeah, that's a whole other issue.
We haven't ended on first press games. We're going after these fucking pricks because they're practically scamming people at this point.
So I actively warn against purchasing from them at this point. I mean, they literally are not delivering product. So if you do give them money, it's buyer beware at your own risk. Like I said, I have gotten games from them. Out of 5 pre-orders, I have gotten 3 of them. There are 2 that I haven't gotten yet, but I'm talking one waiting for 3 years and one's 2.5 years.
More than 3 years at this point.
Yeah, it was
3 years.
What did I say? It was October of 2020 or something. Yeah, it's over 3 years that I've been waiting.
I think it was September, so it's literally 3 years and 2 months. Fucked up, man.
Yeah, then there was someone in our.
There's 3-year-old kids out there that weren't born when this game you fucking paid for.
There was someone in the comments section. I think it was Baltimore Retro Gamer, but he might have changed his name. He said he had $400, $500 tied up with them. Yeah, because he's only ordered collector's editions. He said they haven't shipped.
Said he had $700 time.
A single collector's edition. They haven't shipped one of them. Not one of them has been shipped to anybody. None of the collector's editions.
So I went on their website. You can still buy every single game.
Pre-order everything.
Dude, actually, let's bring it up for the stream because this is so fucked up. It's First Press Games.
First Press Games, yeah.
So apparently, what they've been doing is they keep updating their website every 6 months, and they keep rolling back the delayed date every 6 months, and they've been doing this for 2 years now. I'll bring up the page.
Yeah, Sirens. I ended up getting Sydney Hunter on the Evercade for $19.99. I'd go that route.
So here's their website. If we go to release progress, we have in assembly, quarter 4 2023, in assembly, in production, patch in quarter 4, in production, patch in quarter 4, in assembly, in transit, patch submission. None of these fucking games are done.
In preparation.
Like, what? This is just fucking scams, man.
Hey. If you got the soundtrack, that's in transit, baby.
Oh, you got the soundtrack. What? You spent $1,000 on your soundtrack. But the worst part is
for Neko Navy.
You can buy them all. If you go to buy them, it doesn't tell you that the game's going to be delayed. I mean, it says that it's a pre-order, but it's got nothing about waiting 2 years.
Yeah. And I remember they literally sent me a snarky reply once, like, if you don't like waiting, you shouldn't pre-order. That's what they said to me. I'm like, bro, I don't mind waiting. It's been 3 years, you lunatic.
This is a pre-order. This game's currently in preparation for production. That's all it says.
Yeah.
This,
if you go to the
it's been on the website for 3 years. 3 fucking years, and these fucking pricks haven't released it. Like, this is a scam.
That one's been on there for like a year and a half. It's their older first. It's their first few titles that like under what is it? Under Hero. Yeah. So those ones. Yeah. So Jenga Force and the other one they actually sent out. But like all these games, years, dude.
I haven't got a game ordered, and I'm angry. I don't know how you guys feel with money tied up with them.
I've literally written that off. I'm just assuming they're a scam. Like, I actually think they're going to one day just say, hey, it didn't work out, and they're going to shut the doors and shut down the website. Like, I really don't see them recovering. And
by the way, none of the games that you guys ordered are real because we didn't order any of them. We just took your money for the last 3 years.
And you know what drives me crazy too is, number one, they do nice stuff. Like, the actual games I have gotten from them are really nice. The quality is fantastic. Great job. And also, they do cool titles. Like, Sydney Hunter's awesome. That game, Crimson Clover X World Explosion, is one of the best shmups I have ever played in my freaking life, dude. When I heard it was getting a physical release, I was so excited. I love that game. Pre-ordered it immediately. And the fact that this is the company that's doing it.
Chained Echoes is the same, right? So many people wanted that game, and they're the only ones that do it. And the reception is, I wish someone else was doing it.
Everybody. And I want that Chained Echoes game so bad, and I didn't pre-order it. I'm not giving them any more money. I will not give them any more money until they give me my damn games. I don't care if I have to pay double to get that shit off of eBay down the line. I don't care. I'm not giving them more money until I get my shit. It's just out of control that they would do this.
I feel like the issue is because companies like Limited Run Games and Strictly Limited Games have been around for a while, and it's just become part of the process that you wait a year, you wait 2 years. So these guys have jumped on that and you're like, let's make him wait 3 years. Let's make him wait 4 years. These guys aren't complaining after a year. Let's just keep doing it because the community's allowed this to happen. You know, we could have boycotted Limited Run from day one and went, you've just there was a game out, Skullface or Skullgirls or something. It took 2 years,
Skullgirls, yeah.
That was the point where I should have said I'm never buying one of these games again, but I didn't, and I'm a sucker for that. And unfortunately we're suckers, and we fell into the FOMO, and that's allowed companies like this to pop up and do this shit. Like,
true.
Yeah, they could have started with good intentions, and 2 years later they still haven't even bought these things, and they're like, we've made all this money and they're still paying us. Why would we release the games at this point? They've put out 1 or 2 fake ones to make people keep putting money into it. Like, seriously, man.
No, I trust me. I'd love to hear what they have to say, but they won't. They're not going to say.
They block everyone. If you were going to be a scammer, what would you do? Would you reply to people? No, you'd block everyone. They're doing what a scammer would do.
Mm-hmm. So they used to reply, but it just they got Literally, it got to the point on Twitter where if they said anything, they would just get 100 replies. Where's my games? Where's my game? Screw you guys. Where's my game? Screw me. A limited run, it's a very similar thing. Same thing. If you go into the comment section on any of their posts and stuff, it's just most people doing that. But I will say this: at least limited run games like seems to care. At least they are aware of the problem, and they are doing something to address it. And even if their games still take a long time, the fact that they're like, these are the productions. If you get like they sent me this nice little email about the Persona 3.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up actually.
And they're like, okay, hey guys, just so you know what's going on, standard editions are being made right now. We should ship those out as soon as possible. We're going to try to do that in December. If you do decide to do the collector's edition, that stuff's going to take a little bit longer. We're hoping to get you that by next summer. You're going to receive 4 emails every few months. We're going to tell you how far we are, where they're going to hit that date, and how close we are, and blah, blah, blah. And that's fine, because I don't mind them doing it that way, because the other option is the old way where they make it all. And they don't know how many to make, because they don't know how much they're going to sell, and they don't know how interested people are. They put them up and they sell out for 5 seconds to scalpers. And I don't like that either. I hate that. I'm so sick of that. So I totally prefer the pre-order and wait method than the other method. I much rather do that. So you guys have to be somewhat reasonable with these companies. Like, if you would like them to not let scalpers do that crap, this is the way they have to do it, and it's going to take a little while, and that's fine as long as it's 2 years not okay.
No, Joe, I would argue that I would prefer them to just be like any other game company, and like look at NIS America. They just print 10,000 copies of their game or 50,000 copies. If they don't sell them, then they don't sell them. That's how game companies have always been. It wasn't until limited run came around that it was 2,000 copies. You can't tell me today that they haven't got the money to just, here's 30,000 copies of Persona we ordered. If we don't sell them all, then they stay on the website. It's not like they're never going to sell. I don't feel like they have to go down that technique anymore.
Did you see that other thing they said, that they have like a contract that makes it so that they can sell the game cheaper through their website than any of the retailers are going to be able to sell it? Did you hear?
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to bring up. So Josh made a tweet saying we cannot offer retail discounts on this title. So
it's literally on the screen.
So our retail partners will have to buy at full price. This means no retailers will have it after the pre-order ends. This is sort of a way of pumping up sales, in my opinion, because I wasn't going to buy it with the intentions of just buying it for a retail later on. But now I'm like, hang on, is it going to be a $200 game? Do I have to buy this now? And it's a FOMO technique. And Josh has even said, I know someone who's going to read this and call me out for advertising FOMO. If you have to say it, then you're doing it.
I don't think it'll be $200. I think it'll be like $60, because they're selling it for $34.99 US, and I have a feeling it'll be marked up to $60 or something like that for retailers, something like that. So
yeah, I can see that. Probably be $100 game in 12 months.
Yes, and if you are ordering, just so you know, Danmaku 3 is on there right now.
More legit than First Press. Just let that sit in for a second. This is a joke company, and they're more legit.
They're way more reliable. They're literally, their customer service is like limited rare crybaby stuff. They're better. They're better customer
like,
service.
you didn't get your game? Suck shit.
They're literally like, stop being a whiny baby. And they're better than First Press games.
You shouldn't have changed your address.
Oh my god. That is so funny to think about, but you are right. Like, just like a joke company that is literally a joke is better than this serious collector company with this, and this is supposed to be like, these guys are supposed to be like, fine wine of gaming, like for connoisseurs. Your games come in a leather bound this is supposed to be for people who like
real collectors.
This is correct. This is, normies aren't gonna be getting this stuff ever.
And these games aren't cheap. They're not retail price. They're $60 to order, 65 one of them was. And I'll admit, they look great.
They're
gorgeous. If they were released on time, they would be worth it. But they would
be my favorite company if they would actually produce their stuff and send it out on time, because they seem to like do cool shmups, a lot of cool indie games, like old school reports and stuff. They made their own NES game, I think. I believe one of them is like an original NES game they came out with. They have cool games. They make cool stuff. It's nice quality
stuff, man.
It's nice
I
stuff.
thought to myself, it would be cool to own this stuff, and then I went, hang on, stop thinking like this is all a scam. Blah blah blah.
Hey, It would be
I want
great.
to ask a question. What do you think is an appropriate time to wait for a game in today's market, knowing that it's a pre-order system?
One year max. Honestly, faster. See, here's
I
the
would
thing.
say 9 months. I don't think
If I'm getting just a standard edition, like a disc and a case and a freaking piece of artwork, I expect that sooner. I'd say like 6 months. I really do think that should be a reasonable thing.
If it
You
was
want to get a
year,
collector's edition that comes with a plushie and it comes with a poster and a special chalice full of fucking the developer's blood and it's cum and whatever. Whatever it is. Yeah, sure. You can wait a year for that or whatever, 2 years.
Yeah.
But like anything more than that is absurd.
if it was a year, I would expect there to be a global shipping problem again.
Yeah.
I think if it's going to take a year from when you're ordering a product to get it, then there's a problem.
It also, you got to think about, like, some places will open pre-orders and take pre-orders for 4 months. Are you counting that? If you bought it day one of the pre-order and you waited 4 months for the pre-orders to close, are you counting a year onto that? You know what I mean? So it's like, that's another.
It's
that's
a
another
touchy
thing.
subject because it almost they're almost like a not GoFundMe, what are those Kickstarters? It's almost like a Kickstarter that you're paying for this thing that hasn't even been made yet. Like it's the same process as a Kickstarter, right? And we know how many Kickstarters turned out to be scams and just never come out and things like that. I know there's some amazing Kickstarters, but there's also some terrible ones where people lost money. So,
I also wait until the very last week to order anything from those companies on the open pre-orders.
Yep.
The reason I just bought Persona 3 is because they sent out the, hey, you better buy it. It's your last chance. I went, all right. That's when I order it. I've learned that too, because it makes me feel like I'm waiting longer than I am. And my money is just tied up for longer for no reason. So it's like, if a pre-order is open for a month, why am I going to give you $200 at the beginning of the month? I could buy another $200 worth of crap I could play with. I don't need to give it to you. I'll wait till the end of the month. And I'm
going to say something controversial.
Last freaking minute.
Why don't these companies take their money when they ship the game? Like,
well,
they haven't got the product. You're paying them for nothing.
You're right.
If they don't have the game for 2 years, they just got your money for 2 years.
And they can take your money and they can invest your money and make money off your money while you're waiting. You know that, right? Yeah, so they could take your money and put it in the bank and get interest on your money while they're waiting. Like, they could literally profit off your money.
Your game's not going up in price.
You're not getting it. You're not getting a deal. You're not getting a discount. If anything, they'll be like, well, it's been a year. It actually costs more to make than we thought it would. We're going to charge you guys another $5.
We're going to have to wait for our investment to go up before we...
Or we're just going to eliminate half of the stuff that we promised would be in it.
Oh, Jay, you've got something. What if... Oh, I hope that's this one. What if First Print Game have done that and they put all their money in, like, crypto or something, and it's dead now?
Who knows? Who knows what they're... I absolutely think that they're using money from the new orders to fund the old orders. They can't.
Yeah, of course.
They don't have money to produce the old orders, clearly. And like, I think they like it. So I don't know the details. Somebody from that company should be public and make a statement and tell everybody what's going on. Because the only thing I've ever heard them say, like I said, is they had an issue where original person they got to make the leather-bound editions went out of business or could no longer source the materials. So they tried to get them made from somewhere else, and they came out crappy and they didn't match. But what if they had to pay for that? So what if they paid this other company to make a bunch and they came out crappy and didn't match? What are they going to do now? And
and guess what? They have to fork it out of their own business because that's how business works. The customers don't pay.
They got to sell 1,000 more plushies. And that was the thing that set me off on that company. It's like, I didn't even mind waiting, but they kept posting buy this little plushie, buy this, we're coming out with, buy this, buy this, buy this. And they just kept releasing crap over and over. And I'm like, hey, guys, enough with the crap. Make the games that we've already paid.
I know what you're doing. You're broke and you're trying to get the money that I've paid for this game to make it.
Yeah. Exactly. You're trying to get me to buy a bunch of plushies at 80% markup so that you can pay for the game that I already bought.
It's ridiculous.
And I can't believe
new companies are able to start and print a game and ship it out and you get it. And this company still haven't done it yet. It's such a joke.
And
I feel like I will make a video on this because people aren't talking about it. And it needs to be talked about. And there's so many people that have been fucked over from this.
If you need an angry person,
I got Pokemon cards.
Oh,
so we got the Scarlet and Violet 151 poster collection. It's got Free OG starters.
Nice, dude. The 3 goats right there.
I got a couple of PS3 games to show off. So first one is DuckTales, but this isn't the normal DuckTales. So this is
It's got a little sticker on it.
digital copy only. It has a heat shrink seal. It's one of the only games to have a heat shrink seal. That's how it came. And it comes with a Disney collector's pin.
Yeah, what was, I was going to say, I've never seen that sticker or that little.
Yeah, so this
is that a sticker or is it on the actual?
It's on the artwork, and it comes
really.
With so on side, it's actually got quite weight to it because it's got the pin inside, but it has no disc. It's just a download code. This version is way more expensive than the other version. Way harder to find this version.
Oh, I bet. Dude.
And part of the reason behind that is because it's a download code only. So if you want to buy this, unless you get a sealed copy, it's worthless, in my opinion. Because how do you know the code hasn't been used? You know.
Yeah. So if it's open, I'd get I'd pay $5 just to have it, like the artwork, like you said, though. But I'm not paying for the game. It's like another example of that. It's like the Castlevania on PS3 that came with the digital download for Lords of Shadow or whatever. Or do you know how it came with the 3DS version? Why would you buy it? Like, I see people charging a markup for the open version. I'm like, why would you pay more for the open? It's not going to be on that, dude. Why don't you you're just going to get the base game. So why don't you just buy the base game?
Really good example is the Resident Evil Anthology. So if you got an open copy, it sells for like $10 because all it includes is Resident Evil 6. You got a sealed copy, it goes for a few hundred because it includes Resident Evil 1 to 6 on PS3. It's fucking cool, right?
Yeah, that's obviously.
That was one of the games that I bought brand new on Amazon because I'm like, there's no other way to get it new. Like, you have to bite the bullet. And
then what happens when they shut all the servers down? You can't download nothing. All those games going to take? Curious.
Yeah, but
or the rarity, where their rarity just keep them valuable either way.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the same, but like that one's weird because even the open copy's worth a bit of money.
Yeah, that's just a different animal. That's just.
All right, I got another one that's got a cool story to it.
Right.
So here we have Madden 12 Hall of Fame edition.
Oh, I like
so this
that,
is
actually.
a slipcover. It includes the game, but what is cool about this is it includes cards, and there is a 1-of-1 golden card, a 1-of-4 golden cards in one of these packs. Is it 1-of-4? 1-of-4. I mean, I believe that they haven't been discovered yet, and this is a sealed copy, so we know for a fact that one of them's in here.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. So if you guys are interested in purchasing it, it's only 10 grand.
100% chance of getting it, but just don't open it.
Could be a wiener.
Hey, it's a winner until you open it. It's like having a original box of Pokemon cards. If you open it with no Charizard inside, you've just wasted your money.
Absolutely. If you I love those videos where people open them old packs, dude. That is pretty exciting when people are like, and what do we have? They freaking love that. I don't even know what the hell's going on. I'm like, that's cool.
There's a guy who makes videos and he's like, divorced dads, or or he's like, has presidents or something. Be like, Osama bin Laden rookie card.
Look at these numbers. He got these.
And he's made fake cards for it too. Like he's made all these cards and
dude, having like Osama bin Laden cards, that's not a great idea. I got one pickup.
What do you got, Jay?
Really exciting. It was actually on Marketplace, which never happens, but somebody was in Salem where I live, was actually selling a game I wanted, which just never happens. It's always like everything I've looked on the Marketplace, an hour away, everything, all the time, no matter what. Anything interesting, an hour and a half, all the time. Anyway, this guy was selling this for $20, so I grabbed it because it's kind of hard to find this copy. This Luigi's Mansion for 3DS. This is the first game, not the second one. I feel like a lot of people didn't even realize this came out on 3DS. Like they did, but it did. So the original Luigi's Mansion did come out on 3DS. And
I wonder if we'll ever get a Switch. You can't really make a Switch version of that because it would have used 3D elements, right?
Yeah, I mean they did. They could. So they came out with Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch, and then they're about to come out with the remaster of Dark Moon, Luigi's Mansions 2. But I think they're just calling it Luigi's Mansions 2. They're not calling it Dark Moon this time, which is kind of confusing. But yeah, they're porting the second game from the 3DS to the Switch, so I don't see why not. They could definitely do that first game too. I mean, they should, just because my OCD would appreciate the hell out of it.
Yeah,
You know what I
Sirens
mean?
is saying that he's got one of the gold Marshall Forks. That means there's only 3 left.
That's actually amazing.
I know Sirens has got an absolutely amazing, probably one of the best Madden collections on PlayStation I've ever seen. Sirens is Mike, who was on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Oh.
Jim Jam saying, I watched Bounty Breaks episode of Luigi's Mansion. Pretty cool discoveries on it.
Oh, Sirens is Mike? I
Yeah.
didn't even realize. Oh, that makes sense because that was the episode I missed.
Oh,
And
you
I
missed
remember-
that. Yeah.
And I remember watching it, and he's like, I got a full VR set. I'm like, why am I not on the episode with the VR
I know,
guy?
right?
What the
Doing
freaking hell is this crap? You playing this?
We got the VR guy on when Joe wasn't.
No, what the heck, bro? Well, either way, I see you, bro.
Mike, let's get you back on the show, man.
Yeah. I remember literally thinking that. I'm like, huh? Nobody ever talks about VR. Damn it.
Oh, that's tough, Tekken. But the games are going to be out there, man. You'll be able to buy them again. That's the thing about video games. They they make millions of copies of most of them. You'll be able to rebuy them.
Yeah, man, just wait. Be patient. Find some mom who's selling them. Find some,
Find someone in the situation you're in and buy their games back. That feels
Every day a wife catches her husband cheating and sells his games for cheap on the internet. You just got to be there at the right day at the right time, friend. You know what I mean? And you never know. You might get a little something extra when you show up for them games, too. You never know. All right.
It happens,
You know what I'm
though. Like that story you said, Joe, about when you sold your childhood games. How many childhood games lots have you bought?
Oh, so many, dude.
Yeah.
So,
Couldn't even
It-
keep
it-
count.
yeah, I never sold. Well, so I didn't sell my child. So what happened to my childhood games? I had. Oh my god. So there's a whole other regret. We had a huge collection, brother. I had NES, Super Nintendo, freaking. I had Sega CD stuff. Oh, that's the stuff that really hurts, bro. I had Lunar 2, Popful Mail. I didn't have Snatcher, but I had some real heavy hitters, brother.
It never
I
happened. You dreamed it.
I had so many. Good
Snatcher
games.
too. Oh my god.
No, I didn't have Snatcher. I didn't
okay.
have that one. No. But I had some great Sega CD stuff.
Why didn't that come up in games you regret selling?
And like literally, well, I could have told that story for sure. But like my little brother was just like, hey, you mind if I take all this? And I was just like, at the time I was just into guitar, playing bands and girls, weed. I was just not into. I was just off getting into trouble. I wasn't at home gaming. But after I got into too much trouble, I'm like, I should stay home and game more. This is
Jamie, never sell your Metal Gear Solid collection, man. That's beautiful. Don't tell it.
Yeah. But you can always get it back, and I did get it back. And even if you got to pay a little more, it's okay. It's all right. I will get all my Dragon Quest games back again. So
it's a good feeling rebuying games that you felt sad getting rid of. Like I love that feeling of when I rebought. I don't know, not coming back to me. Like Dark Cloud, for example. I was so excited to get that game again. It was a game that I used to dream about selling it. And you can play it digitally, but it's not the same as actually holding that copy. I've probably posted on Instagram like 15 times since I picked it up,
Games that I have like an emotional attachment to, like fond memories of, are way more exciting to me than just getting a rare game I don't like. For sure. Like,
yeah, definitely. I feel like I've gone through phases of my collecting life where there was a phase where rare games was all I wanted. But like today, I want games that I want to play or games that mean something. I still want rare games, but a rare FIFA game doesn't really mean as much as, a rare game that's cool to me, like a rare RPG or a horror game or something like that.
Yeah, like Nightmare Creatures, I loved that game. I played the hell out of it. So like that was more exciting to me than getting Blood Will Tell. I was like, because I was more excited to play that. To be honest with you, not that Blood Will Tell isn't good. I love it. It's just
that's cool, Jamie. Grew up with that demo of Dark Cloud before I bought the game. Well, Joe, we might call this a show, man.
Yeah, I think it's about that time.
Thanks everyone for watching. You guys have been awesome again. You guys will have to tune in to the next show if you want to compete for the viewer question.
Did we get to 4K subs? Did anybody sub? Are you there yet?
Let's have a look. Let's refresh it.
Probably.
We are at 3,998. We didn't get any new subs.
All right. If you're watching this
Everyone's already
replay,
subbed, so
please do us a solid.
don't make any fake accounts. I want it all organic. I'm not about.
Nah. We don't want fake accounts. Yeah, if you guys don't mind sharing it, let people know if you like it. That's the best way to help us out. Share it. Show it to other people.
I'll raid out on Twitch. I believe YouTube have introducing raids, but I don't know how to do it at this point. So when we know how to do it, we'll raid people.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Anyway, guys, have a good night. Thanks for watching.
Have a nice-
See you soon.
see you everybody. Bye, everybody.